How do you forget Laura Dern in a bubble bath?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that movie was very good.
I remember Laura Dern in like mud. I don't care what she was wearing. It's Laura Dern, man. And wait, you're live. There we go. Hey everybody. All right. So last week, did you get a notice?
Yeah, I got a notice. We are live.
Because last week a bunch of people weren't getting notices until late. Because I only saw the video, but for 5 minutes nobody was joining in.
That's not unusual. The notifications are very often.
Yeah, they were really weird.
Behind.
We already got likes. Hello, people.
Hi.
I'm gonna try to pull you guys up here on the computer.
I never pay attention to my likes when I'm doing a live stream. I should start doing that. I should start.
Probably.
Oh, yeah.
Are people allowed to type stuff? Is anybody saying anything?
Nobody's saying anything yet.
Yeah, I'm wondering why nothing's popping up. I never trust YouTube. Type something. Are you people able to type something? I'm getting worried this isn't working.
Let me hang on.
Yeah, you try, because it's kind of odd nobody said anything yet.
Volume. Yes, people are saying stuff.
Nothing's popping up. All right.
What if we hit this right here?
I don't know.
Nope, that did not do it.
Don't do that.
That did not do it.
Well, hold on, guys. I'm going to pull you up my computer, because for some reason you're not showing up in the actual, video.
I can tell you what people are saying.
Go for it.
Martinez Joe says, hi, guys.
Hi, people.
Danny Gelsgard says, hey. Hey, back at you. Alan Smith says, we're getting a lot of hellos.
Hello, people.
A lot of people saying hello.
Trying to get you guys coming up here. Hopefully you guys pop up on this computer. Oh.
Santi Cruz says, hey, brother, thanks to your videos. I'm hitting up Dollar Trees.
Nice. And then last week I figured out how to do... Here we go. Pop-out chat. Check this out. Bam! Look, it's going to be a nice... Wait, well, it should show up. Nice big chat in a second. There we go. Look at that.
Hey,
how cool is that?
How about that?
You don't have to look at a tiny little thing now. All right. Hi, everybody. I finally got, I don't know, nothing's showing up on there. It's really weird. But it all showed up here.
So I drove over to his house today and knocked on the door, and he answered the door, and do you know what I was wearing?
Nothing at all.
I kept on wearing my pajamas.
Nothing at all.
I was like, I'm going to leave the house, but I'm going to keep on wearing those pajamas. At this point, it's just branding.
You should just wear pajamas all the time then.
I actually, for conventions, want to make up a pair of pajamas with the back door flap on the back
that has your logo on it.
But yeah, when it pops open, instead of my bare buttocks, you see the Megapodtastic logo.
Okay. Hi, Jess. We are good tonight. I just my first Blu-ray today. Wait, so you just bought your first Blu-ray movie, video game collector, Batman fan, 2017, Angels and Demons for $129. Cool. I would live in pajamas if I could, says Juliana. Nice. Crazy Joe in the house. Gary had nuggets for dinner. Awesome, Marie. Hi, Gary. Is Gary watching? Hello.
I hope Gary's not offended by this, but whenever I hear the name Gary, all I could think of is weird science. Oh, Gary, you said you were combing your hair. He wasn't combing.
Where is Rick? Busy? Rick, I believe, is in Delaware at the moment, I think. Or Westchester. Somewhere like that. Not here.
What did we think of Venom last year? I could tell you this. What I thought of Venom last year is the same that I think of Venom this year. I liked it. I dug it.
It was exactly what I was expecting it to be, which was a Fox Marvel movie. I mean,
Sony Marvel.
Sony Fox, whatever. A non-Marvel movie.
I think it was better than some Marvel movies though. Thor: The Dark World is my contender for probably worst MCU movie, which doesn't mean I don't like it. I still like it. It's just when you got 20 movies, some are going to be better than others.
Oh yeah.
And I think that's
I thought the new Ant-Man wasn't all that. Ant-Man and the Wasp wasn't that great. It was just okay.
I did enjoy that one quite a bit.
I liked it, but I thought in comparison to the first one, because I watched them back to back, because I wanted to get myself caught back up with Ant-Man, so I rewatched it, and watching them back to back, I was like, not nearly as good as the first one. But I mean, I liked Venom. I enjoyed it. It was decent. It was good. I mean, if you like non-Marvel movies, non-Marvel studio movies, I guess we'll say.
The best part of Venom,
yeah.
The best part of Venom, I thought, was the relationship between Venom and Eddie. Like some of it was really laugh out loud.
Oh, I thought it kind of came like out of nowhere. Like, I don't know, like all of a sudden this like it just started like the alien just started like talking to him and stuff. It was like it just seemed like it just sort of happened. You're like, oh, that was unexpected. Okay, now he's talking. My problem with the movie was the CGI, the when the Venom was all like liquidy. It looked really dated. Like I don't.
See, I didn't think it looked bad.
I didn't like it. Then again, I was watching it in like 4K, so I don't know. Maybe that made a difference.
Stephen asks FS if we're excited for the sequel to Venom. I say yes.
Yeah, no, I'll see it. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I mean, I liked Venom. It wasn't my favorite, but I liked it. So I would definitely, I'll definitely see the sequel. Yeah.
Flash or Arrow? Flash, but better than Flash and Arrow. Legends of Tomorrow. Legends of Tomorrow is great.
I have like them all on DVD, and I haven't watched any of them yet.
Arrow starts out good, but
really
just crashes in quality as it goes on.
Okay, movie video game collector. He got Saw and Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Awesome. Those are good movies. Hopefully Ghostbusters 3 finally gets Rick Moranis out of retirement, says Jesse. I
don't think it will, but it's funny that you should just mention Rick
like
Moranis.
At the very least, I could see him maybe making a cameo.
He doesn't like doing cameos.
Oh, he doesn't? Okay. Because I know he came out of retirement to do The Brothers. What were the names?
But that was a charity event.
That's true. He did do that for charity.
But yeah, because he absolutely wanted to know parts of
McKenzie brothers, right?
Yeah. He wanted to know parts of a cameo in 2016. He's like, why would I want to do a cameo of something I did like 30 years ago? But it's funny because the role I would love to see him do as a cameo, he probably won't do it because he doesn't do cameos. But the part I would like to see him do is we were just talking about Ant-Man. Mm-hmm. I'd like to see him show up in Ant-Man 3 as Wayne Zelensky and reveal that like Wayne and Hank Pym were like partners at one time studying shrinking technology.
That's good.
That would be hilarious, and it's all Disney. So
Brockop said, "Did Rick Moranis come back for Goldbergs?"
He that was a voiceover though.
Oh, just a voiceover.
Yeah,
okay.
He did do a voiceover as Dark Helmet on the Goldbergs.
Oh, you're right. I forgot about that. I mean, yeah, if he came back, that'd be good. Here's my thing, and I know some people I shouldn't say some people. Everybody's going to be against this. I almost kind of want them in the new Ghost or the Ghostbusters 3 or whatever they're going to call it. I kind of want them to almost like, I don't know, somehow tie in not completely tie in the new Ghostbusters, but like mention that it exists somehow. But I know it's a different universe or whatever. I don't know. It's stupid.
Maybe like Dan Aykroyd could say something like, they even made a movie about us
or something. Yeah, even if it's something stupid like that, like just something to like acknowledge that it existed. Because I want to I hate, like, you want to get on my nerves, just be like, oh, that movie never existed. I hate when people say that because it did exist.
I hate that movie does exist though. Just because
that's fine.
Because of what happened behind the scenes.
At least you acknowledge it does exist.
Right.
I can't people say it doesn't exist.
I just did not like what went on behind the scenes because they Aykroyd was the producer of the movie and he was only the producer because he was going to get sued if he wasn't.
Yeah. No, you told me the story, but it's ridiculous. Yeah, they really should have made a legit. They never should have made that movie. Or again, in my opinion, they could have made it. I'm not against what they did, making that movie, because I mean, I don't know, for whatever reason they didn't want to do a real Ghostbusters 3. Okay, why could they not have at least made it set in the same universe and made it like a different branch? Like, okay, this is the Ghostbusters Chicago branch or something like that. Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, it would have been great, but it was Feig's ego. He wanted to do an origin story because people kept tweeting at him saying, "Well, why don't you make it this is the next generation of Ghostbusters who took over the business from Ray?" And he was like, "No, I want to see them inventing the technology." And it's like, well,
that's so stupid. Here, you know what I think? I think Hollywood should just like fire all the screenwriters and get fans to make movies, because then we'd actually get good movies.
Maybe, but then
all right, or maybe not fans make movies, but like basically maybe the studio should be like, all right, you're a writer of a movie, write us up a movie, but the stipulation of you working for us is your script has to be read by like diehard nerdy fans, and these nerdy fans have to tell you what you need to change in your movies.
You don't want to give the fans too much voice though, because otherwise it becomes just fan service. It's like, what I mean?
You got to do it within reason. You can't. I mean,
there's a middle ground.
Yeah,
there's a middle ground.
But it does drive me nuts when like it feels like fans had like no input whatsoever in a movie, and it's just like, why was this even made?
Marty McFly asked, "Do we think Men in Black 4 will be good?" I'm psyched for it. And it's doing exactly what we're saying Ghostbusters should have done. It's not like they're rebooting Men in Black and saying, hey, those first three never happened. This is built squarely in the world of the first three, and that makes me happy.
I can get behind something like that more. Even if it's like, a whole different thing that's going on, at least as long as it's still kind of taking place in the same thing, and acknowledging what happened before, I can get behind that. So I'm interested in it.
Marty McFly also says, hope we get another Ghostbusters cartoon. Marty, there's a Ghostbusters animated movie in the works. Ghostbusters 3 is going to be next. But after that, I mean, I guess it's going to be like, maybe that'll be the Into the Spider-Verse of Ghostbusters.
I was going to say, is this the new thing now? Like, just pop out these weird animated movies?
Yeah, maybe it'll be into the Ghostbuster-verse. Maybe that's where they're going to bring everyone
If they
together.
call it that, that'll be the most amazing thing ever. Somebody asked how my weekend was. Oh, Jamel. Jamel. My weekend was good. I went to Glitch 6 convention, the Glitch 6 convention or competition, whatever you want to call it, on Saturday. That was fun. Got up way too early in the morning to drive 2.5 hours out there. Unfortunately, the convention was packed. There was a lot of people there, but nobody really shopping. We were kind of hidden in back, and people were really just there for the convention. So we didn't really do much in sales. So I actually ended up like going home, packed up a little bit early, and then headed out and didn't bother to come back Sunday because I didn't want to drive that far. But it was still fun. I had a good weekend. Then yesterday I went out to a Goodwill I've never been to before. The new one up in East Norton, where the Sabres used to be.
Apparently, our video quality. Everyone's saying that we're moving in slow motion.
If it looks fine to me. Try refreshing your screen. I don't know. Looks fine to me though. Well, it's not. I'm not gonna be able to tell. Can't get behind Will Smith as a genie in Aladdin. Yeah, the Aladdin's the first like live action movie I've been like, I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, we're gonna end up seeing it, but I'm not excited.
It's the first one I'm not excited about. Like all the other ones, I'm like, oh, I want to see it. It looks pretty good.
I haven't really been excited about any of them. I've seen them, and some of them have been pretty good.
Well, I wouldn't say excited, but I've wanted to see them. I've seen the trailer and been like, oh yeah, I would like the new Lion King. I saw the trailer and went, I want to see that. But the Aladdin, I saw like pictures and stuff, and I was like, like I don't know. I mean, I'm gonna see it. Well, I'm not gonna see it. I'm probably gonna end up buying it, but it just wasn't blown away. I don't know. It's gonna be another Cinderella where it's just like not very good.
Laura Ann, I'm sorry, Laura Ann. I'm gonna mispronounce your last name.
Pula
says Maurice LaMarche for the win, and
that?
I agree. Maurice LaMarche is a voiceover actor. And he was the voice of Egon on The Real Ghostbusters. Oh. Everyone probably knows him best as the Brain from Pinky and the Brain.
Okay. Oh, he did that voice too? All right.
But yeah, I would love, if they're doing the animated movie, I'd say get Maurice LaMarche as Egon. I'm on board.
You know who liked one of my photos the other day? I posted a Leonardo and a Michelangelo pop figure on my store. And who's the guy who does the voice of like both of them?
Rob Paulson?
Yeah,
he was Raphael and Leonardo.
Oh, it was Raphael and Leonardo? I thought he was Michelangelo. Well, anyway, he liked them both. I was like, and when I saw he liked them both, I was like, wait, isn't the guy who likes the voices? And I clicked on it and it was.
Wait a minute, no, he was Raphael and Donatello.
Oh, wait, he wasn't Leonardo? Oh, why did he like my Michelangelo and Leonardo then?
I don't know. Jason Biggs was Leonardo in the new one, but then he sent out these really offensive tweets, unaware that Nickelodeon had linked his Twitter account to the Nickelodeon webpage, so kids were seeing it, and all these horrible, like offensive tweets about Anne Romney were showing up. So he got fired in the second season, and Seth Green was the voice of Leonardo going forward.
You gotta be like, if you're in the limelight, you gotta be so careful what you say,
especially when you're doing a kids show.
Yeah, man. Like I don't know. I think if I was in the I'm not even in the limelight. I try to stay very PC with everything I do, and I don't try to be like, get political or have opinions on stuff, because it's never a good idea.
Jesse Swarbrick says, did you like the Dana Carvey movie Clean Slate?
Mm-hmm.
I like that movie.
Somewhere.
The interesting thing is, I think that movie was sort of like the forerunner to Memento. Obviously, Memento was a very well-regarded movie, but Clean Slate kind of did the same thing about a year prior.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
The name just popped off the screen. I apologize, but someone asked who should host the new Andy Breckenridge. Yes, who should host the Unsolved Mysteries reboot?
Clean Slate. There we go.
You know who I'd like to see host the Unsolved Mysteries?
The guy who originally did it. What's his name? Is he still alive?
No, Robert Stack. He's
dead. Oh, I didn't know he's dead.
No, I would like to. He's obviously not a huge name.
Who's the guy who did Rescue 911?
William Shatner.
Oh, William Shatner. Let's bring William Shatner back then.
William Shatner's cool. No, I'd like to see Jeffrey Combs do it. He's obviously not a big star, but he's got that slightly creepy quality about him. Like,
so they're bringing back Unsolved Mysteries, huh?
Yeah, for Netflix.
Is it going to be like? I don't know. I'm curious to see how that goes because it was the way it was delivered made the original one so good.
They got to bring back the original theme song.
Oh,
when they
God.
rebooted it, they got rid of the original theme song. It wasn't as good. The do 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 do, which is on my Halloween playlist.
I was gonna say most people like associate that song with like being creepy because I can't tell you how many times I've seen like those Halloween things that are performed by the yada yada performers, whatever.
Eat Street Band.
Yeah. And, you know, it's always like they're just redoing music, but that song's always on. It's like the Ghostbusters theme and Exorcist theme and all that. And then it's always the Unsolved Mysteries theme's on there, too. It's a great, great theme. What do we do here? There we go. Alex Trebek. What would you reboot, says Sal.
What would I reboot? Are we talking about a complete reboot, like it never happened and we're starting from scratch?
I guess.
Yo, you know, I was having a conversation the other day
Gilligan's
with someone.
Island.
I'd actually like to see a reboot of the movie Downsizing with Matt Damon. Because the movie... Did you see it?
More, what's her name from... my brain's going blank right now. From Jurassic Park.
Huh?
The girl from Jurassic Park.
Laura Dern.
Laura Dern. More Laura Dern.
More Laura Dern?
Yeah, in a bathtub. You know, how do you not remember that scene?
Wait, that was in Downsizing?
Yeah,
I don't remember her being in Downsizing.
She was the wife of the guy who was like giving the presentation.
Was she?
They go to the presentation, they're giving it, and he like opens up that dollhouse, and she's in the bathtub in a bubble bath.
I don't remember that, but
how do you forget Laura Dern in a bubble bath?
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that movie was very good.
I remember Laura Dern in like mud. I don't care what she was wearing. It's Laura Dern, man.
Yeah, I didn't think the movie was very good.
Best thing about, I mean, a lot of people put down the new Star Wars, but come on, Laura Dern was in that. I mean, if anything, check, yeah.
My point was, I think that movie had a great premise and didn't deliver on it, so I think that they could be done better.
My problem was that they ruined it in the trailer. Because, spoiler alert, if you want to know the plot of the movie, watch the trailer, because it's Matt Damon and his wife, Matt Damon and his wife, Matt Damon and his wife, then all of a sudden Matt Damon's small, and they're like, she's not there anymore. Now I get it. There's more to it than that. There is more of a story, but they kind of give that part away.
Yeah, they definitely do.
Yeah, because you never see his wife small in the trailer.
Have you seen the trailer for that movie? A Dog Comes Home or something? The one with the dog that gets, I don't know. It's out now. This dog movie.
Nope.
Well, it's about a dog that gets lost and is trying to find his way home.
Chris, man, that's it. No more hunting with me. You just said Laura Dern's not good looking anymore. Laura Dern's beautiful. I don't care how old she is. Yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, trailer gives away the whole movie.
Of what? Oh, the new dog movie?
Yeah, this dog movie. Because like the whole thing is the dog got away from home and it's like a dog's way home or something. But in the trailer, they show you the dog come home.
So like Homeward Bound?
Yeah, and then the owner like turns around. It's like no way, and the dog's running towards him. And I'm like, well, there's the end of that movie.
Oh. That's not good.
And Boredom Strikes has said hello to me, so hi, Boredom Strikes.
Well, Get Real, I agree. They should stop doing reboots. We're just saying, like, if we had to pick something to reboot, like, if, like, gun to our head said, reboot something, what would we choose? I don't know. You know what? No. Here's what I want to read. Here's what I want to read.
Movie John says, read some of the comments, gangsters.
What?
Because we're riffing. We're just going off. Sorry,
we're talking.
Sorry, John.
This is what we do. We take one thing somebody says, and then we talk like an hour for it. I would want to I should say reboot, but I want to bring back the original idea of Halloween 3, where they're gonna do a different, like an anthology movie every single year.
I know. I'm actually disappointed they didn't follow through with that with the Halloween movies because
they ruined it. Like I always say, like. It was a great idea, but not on the third movie. They should have done that the second. Had they done that in the second movie, yeah. But you can't make two movies featuring. You can't make a movie and then a sequel to that movie, and then the third movie be like, well, now we're gonna do something different. It's like you ruined it.
See, no, I don't know that that's true though. Like, I think if you had done a Halloween 4 and a Halloween 5 that were anthology movies,
I think they ruined it by they should have done it on the second one.
well, maybe.
That's what I think. But I know what I think they should have done with the Trick or Treat. They should have done an anthology series with that.
Well, they are supposed to do a sequel to Trick or Treat, but
I don't want a sequel. I want a movie every single year. That's different.
well, I think that isn't that what it is? Because the original was sort of an anthology. The only
the movie,
thing was Sam.
the movie itself was an anthology, but I
Right.
think they should have done like a new movie. Like that should have been like the first movie. Then every year they could have done another one, and then Sam could have been the reoccurring. Not I don't want to say.
He just kind of wanders through the scene. And,
Maybe he pops up every now and then. He's not like an actual like legitimate character involved so much in the stories, but he might pop up in the background or somehow linking all the stories together throughout like every single year. That's what we should get instead of Saw movies every year.
Right.
Why do we get a stupid Saw movie every year? Anyway. How was Glass? Kyle wants to know.
Glass was it was good. It was the weakest of the three, I think.
Oh.
It was a victim of its budget, but I think it brings the trilogy to a satisfying conclusion. I'd say it's worth seeing. But
so it's the conclusion.
Well, I mean, it was designed as a trilogy.
Oh, good.
So I don't want to say. Joe says, "Do you prefer to watch movies at home or in the theater?"
Home.
Ask either one of us. You'll get a separate answer. But my answer is the theater. His answer is home. But.
Well, Movie John says I think he's been wanting us to. He's coming up. He's coming up this summer. He said so. Awesome.
Oh yeah, Movie John's coming.
That's what he said.
All right, finally.
Yeah, so that'd be good. I'm definitely down for that. We're gonna do some hunting. We go to Jake's, and then do a live stream.
Reliable Jake's.
I can't wait for Jake's to open back up. I love Jake's so much. It's the Goldilocks of, in my opinion, of flea markets. It's not too big. It's not too small. There's always a lot of good stuff there. Because as much as I love places like Columbus, it's so big. I'm spitting. It's so big. There's just it's overwhelming. I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff there, but you walk in, you're like, where do I begin? What do I do? There's so much here. It's gonna take forever. You go to Jake's, you're there for like 2 hours, and I mean, you've seen it all, and you've bought a lot of cool stuff. Oh, what are you looking at?
Ryan got held for.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey Ryan, no problem. Yeah, no, the set of Sesame Street was amazing. I'd love to. To quote Gonzo, I'd like to go back there someday.
Where?
The set of
Sesame
Sesame Street. Yeah.
I agree, Marty. He says if they do a sequel to Trick or Treat, they should call it Smell My Feet.
Oh, that would be awesome.
And the next one, give me something good to eat. And then next one's like, if you don't, I don't care. And that, oh my God, that'd be amazing.
I'm on board with that.
They can make up for not calling What Now You See Me 2, Now You Don't.
Aswar asks, am I going to the Great Philadelphia Comic Con? Probably.
Yeah, possibly.
Probably. I've been to each one so far.
I contacted them about being a guest, possibly, because, what's his name? Mr. Lobo was out there last year, and I mentioned that about Mr. Lobo, because Mr. Lobo was like, yeah, contact him, talk to him about that, because I guess he contacted them or something like that, and that's why he got out there. So I contacted him, let him know the other shows I've done, let him know I've done shows with Mr. Lobo, and they haven't got back to me. So.
I would like it if we could do more with Mr. Lobo. He's a cool guy. I like Mr. Lobo.
Mr. Lobo is great. I do it. He's already mentioned about doing stuff, but it's never happened. So we'll see. I don't know. If anything, I'll probably try to get a press badge again.
Movie John says I'm on the wrong side of the couch. I'm not sure.
We are, yeah. I noticed that when you sat down, I was like, oh, I'm going to be sitting on the right today. Okay.
Oh, see, this is where I usually sit when I'm here with Rick.
You are right, because I'm usually in the middle.
Usually, yeah.
Yeah. I noticed that as soon as he sat down, I'm like, this seems weird.
See, I just felt like I was sitting where I always sit.
Sorry.
Joey Baseball says there's a fetish movie called Smell My Feet.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh, boy. What did someone say? Death Day 2 should be called Happy Death Day, or Happy Death Day 3 should be called Happy Death Day
2-3.
2-3.
What's the second one called? Isn't there a pun on it?
Happy Death Day to You.
Oh, okay. So
the first one's just Happy Death Day.
Yeah, I would completely agree with that. They better do that if they do a third one.
Yeah, I'm on board.
Hector, did I see this year's Razzie nominations? No, but I've been told that they don't really watch the people who do nominations for Razzie. They don't actually watch the movies. It's just kind of more of a joke than it is legitimate them actually giving people awards for really doing bad performances.
And, you know, it's always like really mainstream movies too. It's like, are they really the worst movies of the year? Because I would think that the worst movies that like I remember in like '98 they were saying like, oh, worst movie of the year, Armageddon, and it was like the same year that the Jerry Springer movie Ringleader came out, and it's like well,
Armageddon. I like
really?
Armageddon. I liked Armageddon.
Ryan Kennard asked how did I get to Sesame Street? You're supposed to ask, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street? That's the way you're supposed to phrase the question, Ryan. Yeah. But no,
all I know is I wasn't invited.
I got an invite from Martin Robinson, who was the puppeteer who performed Snuffleupagus. And
Skull, this isn't Chris.
I'm not Chris.
I mean, if Chris wants to leave a comment about his favorite candy, go for it. My favorite candy, I actually have it right here. And they only come out this time of year. They're called Heartbreakers. They're everlasting gobstoppers, but they're not actually everlasting gobstoppers. But I live on these things.
Laura says you need to come down to Man-Ass's Battlefield.
Yeah, who says this? Oh, Laura Ann? Yeah. I mean, well, two reasons why that'd be good, because I know Chris would want to come. Because, yeah, he would definitely want to go check that out.
Kostin Bromstar. Did I pronounce that? Says, did you see anyone see the movie White Dog? I did.
White Dog?
Christy McNichol and Captain Terrell from The Wrath of Khan. Paul Winfield.
Did it feature Chevy Chase?
It did not feature Chevy Chase.
Oh, it's not a sequel to his Yellow Dog?
No. I saw White Dog on TV years ago. I understand that movie was like actually banned for several years. But yeah, that was an interesting movie. I wouldn't mind seeing that again. It's a movie about a racist dog. It was like a guy trained a dog
to be racist,
to attack African Americans on sight.
That's not good. I guess
Christy McNichol finds the dog. She finds the dog. She adopts it. She takes it in. She just goes, "Oh, stray dog," and then to her shock, she's walking the dog one day, and it passes a black person, and boom, attacks. And then she has to have the dog retrained. I saw it years ago on TV, but it was a pretty good movie.
Huh. I'm curious. If I see that, is it on DVD?
I don't know. I've only seen it once, and it was on television. It was.
I'll have to check that out if I come across it. It sounds interesting. I mean, it sounds weird, but like good. Yeah. So where were we at? Wow, this Skull guy. I don't know if Skull is just joking or not, because now he's asking Rick what his favorite candy is.
I like Reese's Nutrageous bars.
Which one's that?
They're like Reese's. They're almost like Reese's peanut butter cups in a candy bar form, but with caramel and peanuts in addition. Yeah. Oh, Criterion put out White Dog. I'm gonna have to look for that. I'd like to see that again.
I've not seen Dragon Ball Super Broly yet. I haven't seen any. I'll be honest. I haven't seen any of the Dragon Ball movies.
Oh, and thank you, Vincent.
I have them all. I haven't watched them yet.
Thank you, Vincent. Vincent says I'm the best. I appreciate that.
It's okay.
I'm all right.
I wish I still lived in Maryland. I would have came out and seen Stephanie and I, says Larry Graves. That's a shame, man.
Well, Movie John, if you're coming this summer, come for Blobfest.
Dude, that's not a bad idea. Yeah, John, dude, come out for Blobfest. Blobfest is so much fun. I'll tell you what, John, you want to help me run my stand? I mean, come on out.
I still think you and I should go to West Virginia for that Mothman festival that Adam was telling us about last year.
When is it? Let's do it.
I don't know.
I'm not joking. Let's do it. Okay.
Yeah,
consider me in. Dude, anytime you want to go do something, like, I really want to travel more. Like,
I would love
My problem is that I don't want to travel by myself all the time.
Oh, I hear you, and I would like to do more traveling. The thing is, Kira's very young, and Christine's dealing with... If I'm not there, Christine's dealing with a 3-year-old and an 11-year-old who fight constantly without
Maybe
like
have
any help.
Kids, man.
I only had one.
Well,
kid.
Tactically, yeah, I guess you're right. Touche. All right. But no, I want to go out more. And wow, Jesus. Oh, the Brumstar person. How do you say that name? Kostin Brumstar?
I think that's what I said. I don't know if I got it right.
He says they need to come to Ontario, Canada. I'm actually talking to Maddie. You might know her you may have known her as Nerdgirl20. Now she goes by Harvest Hollow. I'm talking to her about possibly going up to Canada this summer and doing some hunting with her. I'm not entirely sure where she's located. I think she's like more like northern of like the Falls. I think. I don't know. It's not too far away. So I might go to Canada this summer, maybe.
Aswar asks, "Where's Bob?" Sorry if you answered. I don't know who Bob is.
Who's Bob?
I don't know. I don't know Bob. I mean, my dad was Bob. But
favorite Emilio Estevez movie? Repo Man. Mighty Ducks.
I might have to go with Repo Man too. Oh no, I gotta go with Breakfast Club.
Ah, that's a good one. Yeah. Oh, he's only Bromstar. I'm just gonna start calling you Bromstar. He's only an hour from Niagara Falls, so yeah, he might be kind of close. If I go up there, I will definitely let it be known that I'm going up there. So, yeah.
All right, I'm looking up for Movie John the exact date of Blobfest. He wants to know when Blobfest.
Oh, you can go to cinemasickness.com and it's also on there.
Ooh, cinemasickness.com.
Well, it's in my events page. Come to Vegas. Yeah, dude, Brock up. I would love to go out to Vegas.
Last time I was in Vegas, I lost big. I got married.
Not to your current wife.
My ex-wife.
I say you might want to you might want to specify that, not your current wife.
No.
Because
not my current wife.
That could be bad.
No.
Yeah, I still really want to hit up like drive out to Chicago and then Route 66 it all the way out to.
I'd love to do that.
Oh my
July
gosh.
12th through the 14th.
There you go. July 12th, 13th, and 14th. But that Saturday's the day that John, if you come out that Friday and you want to like go sightseeing Friday, I'm all about going and checking out the shooting locations of the Blob. And then Saturday's the big day of the big festival. And then Sunday's cool too, but Sunday's more chill. They just kind of show the Blob and do some like Q&As and whatnot.
Grant asks.
I always forget this is a touchscreen.
Grant asks, no effects or the Misfits. I vote no effects. It's just me. I like no effects.
I guess I would. I'd probably go no effects too. I mean, I like them both. They're very different styles of punk.
She'll have another piece of pie. She'll have a double Reuben. Sorry.
They're very different like styles though. Very different sound.
Super Lazy specifically asks me, which Star is Born is better? I don't know.
There's like, 3 or 4 of them?
Yeah, I gotta be honest. I never saw any of them.
I've only seen the Judy Garland one, and that was a long time ago. I had to watch it again to even remember it.
Yeah, the it never really made a. Oh, Aswar's asking about Bob Trait. He said I made a video with a guy named Bob. Yeah, that was Bob Trait. You can find him over at Action Figure Junkies.
Was it the guy with the collection? The Muppets collection?
No, that's Chris. No, Bob Trait's over. Check out the Action Figure Junkies. Action Figure Junkies YouTube channel. Bob's over there. I mean, he's so busy with Action Figure Junkies. I don't see much of him anymore. I think I texted him like last week, but we haven't done anything together in a while because he's pretty busy over there.
Oh, my Saul says, how tall is Stephanie? Taller than me. I don't know. I'm 5'6", so she's probably maybe 6 feet. She's a little taller than me.
Are there any Elf video games? I don't think there are.
Yeah, there's now. There's one for the NES with the creepy guys with the hands that try to like grab you.
The NES. Are you sure?
Yep. Look it up. There's one. There's an NES Alf game, and
could it be Sega Master System?
No, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it's NES. I'm like 99.9% sure it's NES. I wanted to say, Larry says Mothman Festival is September 21st and 22nd.
There is one for the Sega Master System.
I mean that's then that's what I'm thinking of. Okay, no, I'm sorry, it was Sega. I thought it was NES. Whoa! C. Kruger with the $10 donation. He says, hey man, you might want to check out Record and Tape Traders. DVD CD store in Townsend, Maryland. They're going out of business? Oh man. Last day is January 25th, 50 to 90% off. I actually ran into Mr. Lobo there 2 weeks ago. Okay, first off, that's awesome you ran into Mr. Lobo. Secondly, I used to go to Record and Tape Traders all the time because they had a location in Rehoboth. Back when my family had a beach house there. I loved that store. I found so many great deals there. I miss it. Yeah, I would love to get out there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to. especially with the fact that the 25th is the last day. It's not gonna happen. I'm not gonna be able to get out there. But yeah, man, wow, I would love to. It's a shame they're going out of business. That's sad. It's sad. Mom and pop shops like that are all dying.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, good store though. Really good store. And thank you for the $10 donation. I appreciate that. What if the thing attached to the blob? No, I don't know. I want to know what happens to the stuff attached to the blob.
It's a good question.
That's a better question. Hey man, are you Christian? Not practicing. I was baptized Episcopalian.
I'm Catholic. I went to Catholic school.
Oh, you did? I didn't know that.
Of course, the Catholic Church hates me.
I dated a Catholic school girl. Does that count?
See, that's why I always wanted to date when I was younger. I always wanted to date a Jewish girl because I went to Catholic school and I felt like that was the forbidden thing. But yeah, no, the Catholic Church hates me though because I'm divorced and remarried, so I'm not allowed to have communion.
Really? That's ridiculous. But no, not practicing. I'm not against religion. I usually just consider myself more of an agnostic. I'm kind of open to the idea of whatever. Really when it comes down to it, I say just be a good person. I mean, no matter what your religion is, what your ideas are, what you believe in, as long as you're a good person and you don't try to push your beliefs on other people and your beliefs aren't based in like any kind of hatred or anything like that, I'm go for it, man. I mean, just be a good person. I like to think that if there is like a heaven and hell, if there is something like that out there, whether it's that or something else, that it should more be based on like you as a person and not, if you went to communion or you did this or you did that. It should be just, if you were a good person, if you just weren't a jackass, essentially.
Ryan Kennard asks my favorite Muppet Show guest star. I have to go with Christopher Reeve. Season 5 of the Muppet Show, which means I can't legally get it on DVD because they're not going to release season 4 and 5 of the Muppet Show on DVD, apparently.
So Lionel, no, I'm not an atheist. I definitely don't consider myself an atheist. No, that's too much for me. What do you see about the angry video game? Brockop said, "Did you see AVGN movie when it showed the Blob Theater?" I did. I'm pretty sure I shot a video about that. Yeah. When James showed his debuted his. You check out my hair. Debuted his movie at the Colonial Theater. I was there for that. I got myself a ticket and went and saw it. It's a shame now because now I actually kind of like. Well, I don't know James, but I mean I know him enough that like if I see him on the street, he knows who I am and I know who he is. It's a shame that wasn't the case back then.
Movie John wants to do a live show in your library. Movie John, I officially invite you. You can come over here and do a live show in his library.
That's fine. That's cool. Go for it.
I don't know that I have the right to invite people, but if you ever want to do a show at the Crazy Joe Space Bar, that I can totally invite you to.
Yeah, no, Movie John. By all means, yeah. I mean, that's cool by me.
Favorite non-Marvel DC superhero movie. Non-Marvel DC. Wow. Well, I guess I'll go with Unbreakable.
I'm gonna go with what's it called? Super.
Oh, Ryan. That was James Gunn movie with Rainn Wilson. It's pretty good. Yeah. Oh, another good movie.
Am I thinking the right movie? It had what's her name in it?
Juno.
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking the right movie. Yeah.
No, that was a pretty good movie.
Super was really good. It's like a realistic, like they always have those movies like Kick-Ass and stuff like about but they're very unrealistic. Like if you or I were to become a superhero and go out and try to fight crime, how would that actually turn out? Probably not so well. And that's what I like about Super is it's very realistic. It's like this is probably what would happen to you if you actually tried to become a superhero. And it's a good movie. If you haven't seen Super, check it out.
If you want another really good superhero movie that James Gunn was involved in, this one's a little obscure. I don't even know if you have this one in your collection. Have you heard of The Specials? James Gunn wrote it, and he's an actor in it.
I don't think I had that.
James Gunn, The Specials are like the 4th most popular superhero team. And it's got Jamie Kennedy, Rob Lowe, but they're a bunch of jackwagons.
What about Mystery Men?
Mystery Men's pretty good.
It's a great movie.
But James Gunn actually wrote the movie, and he's an actor in the movie. He plays Minute Man. He has the ability to shrink, but everyone thinks his name is Minute Man, and he keeps getting angry, going, "My name is not Minute Man. It is Minute Man. I am not wearing a 3-pointed hat."
I'd be more worried about being called Minute Man because thinking about you know, you're done in a minute. You know, like that's not good.
Chris, go see Unbreakable. What are you waiting for?
Chris hasn't seen Unbreakable yet? Yeah, it's a good movie.
What the heck? Jesse asked if we like You Can't Do That on Television.
Yeah.
Weren't we? It was my live stream. My live stream last week, we were talking about Nickelodeon shows. And
I wasn't able to watch your live stream last night, or last week.
Somehow the topic of Nickelodeon shows came up, and I guess whom I don't remember who brought it up, but whoever brought it up was of the 90s generation. And I was like, well, I was a little past my time. I remember 80s Nickelodeon, and You Can't Do That on Television, and Out of Control. Those were my shows.
I wish Out of Control would come to DVD already.
Me too.
I mean, don't be like. I mean, as much as I would love to see You Can't Do That on Television come to DVD, I'd rather see Out of Control.
Oh yeah,
such a good show with Dave Coulier and Diz, and oh my gosh, what happened to Diz? She's still alive?
Diz, up until a couple years ago. Up until a couple of years ago, she was running a newsstand in L.A.
Really?
Looks exactly the same.
Oh my gosh!
Because I had Marty Skiff, who played Hearn Burford. He was a guest on my podcast.
I was gonna ask you about. I couldn't remember his name. I was gonna ask you about him. Okay.
Yeah. We were talking about Diz. Diz was Diz. That wasn't a part. That's how she dressed. That's how she acted. And up till a couple of years ago, dressed exactly the same, looked exactly the same, but was selling newspapers and magazines on the side of the road in L.A.
Wow.
So
it'd been cool to go out there and see her.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that would have been awesome.
Yeah, that was on my to-do list next time I'm in LA, but then I heard her newsstand closed down.
You know what we should do this summer? Like, and it wouldn't be all that crazy of a road trip. We should go out to Pittsburgh and check out some of the filming locations of Night of the Living Dead.
That would be cool. Maybe we can get Marty Skiff to meet up with us. He lives out in Pittsburgh.
There you go. I like, as much as I want to go to the mall. Was it Monroeville Mall? What's it called? The mall where they shot what was it, Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead?
Yeah, Monroeville Mall.
Yeah.
It was also where they shot the episode of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood where Chef Brockett was in the
that's Pittsburgh, yeah. As much as I want to go see that, I'm more interested in seeing the graveyard. I want to go see the graveyard so bad.
I was out there and I went to the Monroeville Mall and I went to the Heinz Center where they have all the Mr. Rogers puppets and things. But it was before I was doing YouTube, so I didn't shoot any of it.
And we should go out there. Entertainment, got any Malcolm in the Middle DVDs? Just the first season. That's all we got here in the States. I think they released other seasons overseas, right? Not here, though, unfortunately.
CS has a shirt, so Crazy Joe, where is your Crazy Joe shirt?
Well, explain why you're wearing that.
Well, I wear my Megapotastic shirt. If you look at the video I
should have worn my Megapotastic shirt today.
If you look at the video I posted today, my review of Glass, I am wearing a Megapotastic shirt. But today I wore my Splorin' Ryan shirt because Splorin' Ryan, if you don't watch Splorin' Ryan, he's got a YouTube channel. He's a great YouTuber.
I subscribe.
And, yeah, he's a friend of both of ours. And he's just kind of diving into the world of podcasting.
Cool.
And he and I are going to be doing some podcasts this week. I think tomorrow we're going to be recording a podcast. I think the plan is he's going to be on my show, and then I'm going to be on his show.
Oh.
But so yeah, I figured I'd represent Ryan's.
We got to drive down to Florida and just.
I'd love to.
Focus stuff together.
I'd love to.
What's it? Drake Lock? What's better, hunting for movies or getting to watch them? They kind of go hand in hand for me. I mean, it's all just part of the. For me, it's. I mean, I know for most people it's probably not because most people probably just go. I mean, I know a lot of people go to like Best Buy and buy a movie and they're like, okay, let's go home and watch it. For me, it kind of goes hand in hand. Like I go out and I enjoy the hunt of the movie, finding that movie, and then coming home and watching it. So for me, it's all one big thing.
Martinez Joe says he'd like to see Centralia. I agree with him. I've never been to Centralia.
Well, we're actually Chris was saying that he wanted to go up to that area this summer. So if we get up early enough, we could go out there. On the drive out there, we can hit up. There's a place called Redinger's Flea Market, and it's a pretty good flea market. We can hit them up, do some hunting there, leave there. Hit up Centralia on the way out there because Centralia's not that big. You're there for like an hour or so, and you're pretty much done. And then from there we go to Knoebels.
Sure.
So if you want to do that, that's like a day trip. It's like 3 hours away, so you gotta get up really early. Centralia's cool. The problem is like if you go just on a regular, normal, sunny. Sea Kruger, we'll get to you in one sec. If you go to on a normal like sunny summer day. There's not really much to see. The best thing to do is go up like in the fall when it's like not raining but a little misty and foggy because you're up in the mountains.
So you can see
the steam is coming up. I've been there one time where It was that situation. It was a kind of a crisp, cool fall day, and the steam was coming out. You put your hand in front of you, you couldn't see your hand. There was so much steam. Of course, it also stunk like sulfur, but it was awesome. It was so cool. Okay, so C. Kruger, $5 donation. Thank you very much. What's it say? So now Soundgarden in Baltimore City is the only store left that has similar to records and tape traders. Also, did you know about ZoloCon in Bucks County? You know about ZoloCon.
ZoloCon's coming up. I think it's in a couple weeks, actually. February, if I'm not mistaken.
Didn't you like post last time that like you were there the whole time? You didn't notice it was an old
oh no, I didn't.
Centrifuge.
I didn't notice until the end because I didn't look up. You gotta look up, but yeah, no, it's February 9th and 10th. So I'm gonna try to get there this year.
Cool.
I like Zola. I didn't make it last year because something else was going on the exact same weekend.
Yeah, what was going on?
I can't remember.
I think I didn't go because of that too, didn't I? Or something.
Yeah, I can't remember. There might have been
on.
2 cons, or I can't remember. But
oh wait, didn't you not go because of me? Didn't we go to that not so good convention? The was it Lehigh Valley or something?
Maybe that was it.
I think we ended up going to this. He helped me out at a convention that weekend, and it was just kind of mediocre.
That was an interesting convention though, because in all the years I've been doing my podcast, and I got a decent amount of listeners. That was the first time someone ever came up to me
At Lehigh Valley.
Yeah, and said, "I'm a big fan of your podcast." Like
That's
he
awesome.
didn't know me from YouTube. He didn't know me from your channel. He knew me from the podcast, and I'm like, "Wow, that's really interesting." This is the first time I've ever had that happen. So I thought that was kind of cool.
What, Bionic Turtle? Is it true you cried? Or I'm not. I don't know if you're being sarcastic or true. He says, "Is it true you cried during Star Wars Episode 1? Can't find the reaction video anymore. Why did you take it down?" I never had a reaction video for Episode 1.
You weren't doing a channel back in 1999.
I wasn't doing a channel back then, and no, I did not cry during Episode 1. So I don't know if that was sarcastic or if you're getting me mixed up with somebody else. I don't know, but I love the prequels though. I'm a big prequel fan. A lot of people hate Episode 1. I love it. I just showed Sean the Darth Maul fight scene with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan. And he was loving it.
Gavin asked, worst sci-fi film. That would be Episode 1.
Shut your mouth!
I'd have to think about that. Worst sci-fi
Worst
film.
sci-fi movie? I don't know.
I'd have to think about that. Valerian in the City of a Thousand Planets was pretty awful.
I still haven't watched that yet.
Oh, it's
I
horrible.
have. I haven't watched it yet, though.
The Wing Commander movie with what's his name? Buffy's husband. I
think it was Mark
Freddie
Hamill.
Prinze Jr.
Oh, yeah.
That was pretty bad. I don't know, I can name a few. I never liked Alien 3.
Yeah. Hector wants to know what's your favorite Christian Bale performance. I know my answer. What's yours?
Favorite Christian Bale performance? I don't know. It might be the easy answer, but I might have to go with American Psycho.
I'm going to go with Newsies.
Newsies made my wife really angry.
Why? The movie's awesome. And the music in it's amazing.
No, it wasn't any of that. It was, my wife's from Jersey. You got to remember, she's from Jersey. And Christian Bale's New York accent was driving her crazy.
Yeah. It's not as bad as what Don Cheadle in the Ocean's movies with his British accent. 2 worst accents I've ever heard in my entire life are both British accents. Don Cheadle in the Ocean's movies and Dick Van Dyke in Mary Poppins. 2 worst accents I've ever heard.
Everyone always says Dick Van Dyke. Dick Van Dyke doesn't bother me at all in Mary Poppins, but it might be because I saw it at such a young age that like it. I don't know. I may have grown up with it, so it's invisible to me.
Well, when I was a kid, I didn't notice it. It was only recently that I really started to like kind of pay attention to it and thought it's not very good. Don Cheadle's accent though, Don Cheadle's accent is worse than Dick Van Dyke's though. His accent in the Ocean's movies it's bad. It just sounds so bad. But I still like those movies though. Did you see the new Ocean's movie?
Ocean's 8?
Yeah,
I did.
It's pretty good.
I mean,
it wasn't great. It's the weakest of all 4 movies, but it was pretty good.
Oh, I don't know that I'd say the weakest of all 4.
Really?
I still think Ocean's 12 is the worst. I hate Ocean's 12.
Like
that plot point where they reveal that what's her name, Tess is it? was that her name in the movie? Tess.
It's so
Where
long.
they reveal that Julia Roberts' character looks exactly like Julia Roberts to the point that no one can tell her apart.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. You are right. That is kind of stupid. No, I'll give you that.
I'm like, well, if we're opening this can of worms, like if that's the can of worms we're going to go for, does that mean Danny Ocean looks just like George Clooney?
You do make a good point. I gotta give him credit in Ocean's. What was it? Ocean's 8, right?
Yeah.
I gotta give him credit. They actually brought like a couple people back from the Ocean's movies.
They cut a couple of people out too. Matt Damon shot a scene. And
Did he?
He was on the cutting room floor. He didn't even make it to the final
Why
film.
wouldn't he have made it?
I don't know.
What the reason for
I
that
don't know,
was? Why
but-
would you cut out? That's weird. Ocean's 12 was crap. I gotta rewatch it. It's been a long time. You could be right. It's been so long. I just love the first Ocean's 11, like the remake, the Ocean's 11 movie.
Yeah.
I still am such a big fan of the movie because to me, it really feels like a Guy Ritchie movie. And I like when I first started to really get into movies, like when I first started collecting, and cinema sickness was growing. The Lock, Stock, and Snatch were like my go-to movies. Like I watched those movies like 100,000 times every week. I'd watch those movies. They were just so good, and I still think they're great. And then watching a movie like Ocean's 12, it had that style, that the way it flowed, even the music, all that bass, very. I mean, if I could swear I was watching a Guy Ritchie movie. Another good one. What's that other movie that was written for Guy Ritchie with Daniel Craig?
I just saw something weird pop up. Layer Cake?
Layer Cake. Yeah, Layer Cake was actually written for Guy Ritchie. So if you're a fan of Guy Ritchie movies and you haven't seen Layer Cake, check it out because it feels like a Guy Ritchie movie. It wasn't written by Guy Ritchie, but it was written for him to direct. So it's done in a very Guy Ritchie style. It's really good.
Joey Baseball. I find this very interesting. Joey Baseball says, I remember seeing an episode 1 reaction video, Mandela Effect. Now, here's what
Just
I
don't
find
say
interesting.
the Mandela Effect.
Here's what I find interesting. The Mandela Effect keeps coming up on our live streams. My live
twice
stream,
now.
the one
yours too?
where I was talking about the leg, the prosthetic leg for Thomas F. Wilson, and then you guys were talking about one without me. I think you and Rick were here, and the Mandela Effect just keeps coming up.
You mean the Mandela Effect?
You have more viewers than I do, so a lot of people may not have heard this. This is a great story. You heard the story about the Tom Wilson leg, right? For years, I thought Thomas F. Wilson, Biff from Back to the Future, had a prosthetic leg, and he's on Legends of Tomorrow now. And I'm sitting there thinking, why? He doesn't seem to have a prosthetic leg. Why did I think he had a prosthetic leg? I don't understand this. So I go out to see Bumblebee with my friend Dave Perillo, who's on my latest video, the one with the glass. And we're sitting there, and I'm having dinner with him, and I go, it's a very strange thing. You ever heard of this Mandela Effect? And he goes, yeah, sort of. And I'm like, I have distinct memories of learning that Tom Wilson from Back to the Future had a prosthetic leg. And I don't know why I think that, because he doesn't seem to have a prosthetic leg. Turns out, in 2002, Dave told me that, and he's for years
He thought
just
so?
been... No, he knew he didn't. He was messing with me. He was messing with me, and I forgot he was the one I heard it from.
That's funny.
But I've spent like 15 years thinking that Tom Wilson had a prosthetic leg.
Jesse Swarbuck says Rock and Rolla. Yeah. Snatch, Lock, Stock, Rock and Rolla, and what's the other? Revolver. All great Guy Ritchie gangster movies. Definitely check all those out. The thing I hate about Rock and Rolla so much is that it's set up for it was supposed to be a trilogy, but Rock and Rolla didn't do on the theaters. I mean, pretty much Guy Ritchie fans went out to see it, and then nobody else did. I actually saw the movie in the theaters because I was like, a Guy Ritchie movie, I gotta go see it. And then what?
Everyone talks about the Howie Mandela.
Mandela Effect. That's Pastor Muppets. I love his name. And I love the movie. It was so great. At the end of it, they're like, "Stay tuned for the real Rock and Rolla," which is supposed to be the next movie, and then there's supposed to be another one after that. And they never did it. Yeah, Guy Ritchie, Madonna's husband, well, ex-husband, Joey. Yeah, Guy Ritchie was married to Madonna, and I think Madonna ruined him because he started doing like non-Guy Ritchie movies after he married her.
I need to answer this because it's been asked a few times. Art Grimes asked if I like any of the American Horror Story
Every time I see his name,
seasons.
it always makes me say Art Grimey, as he liked to be called.
Frank Grimes.
Frank Grimes. Art Grimey, as he liked to be called.
You have an amazing life, Homer. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment that's above a bowling alley and underneath another bowling alley.
Oh, poor Frank Grimes.
Oh, anyway. Sorry.
What were you saying?
That was derailed. I watched the first season of American Horror Story, and I thought it was pretty good.
I've seen the first 2 episodes.
I liked the first season. I couldn't make it through the second season. I didn't care for the second season, and then I just kind of never went
I've heard
back,
some
really.
seasons are better than others.
Yeah. One of these days.
Marty, if a band had replaced Aerosmith and Rock and Roller Coaster, who should it be? Nobody. They should just get rid of Aerosmith and do something else. There was the talk of them doing that whole area, like, for those of you who are familiar with Disney's Hollywood Studios, I can't remember the name of it now. Is it Hollywood Boulevard or no? Hollywood Boulevard is the main road. There's like the main drag, and there's like another street that goes down towards Tower of Terror. I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. Behind all those shops, there's like there's cast member area back there. So there's area back there to expand if they wanted to. And they were talking about turning that whole back area into a Monstropolis and doing all Monsters Inc. stuff back there. And they were going to take the Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster and turn into the Monsters Inc. And you were going to be riding through like the door factory, or like the backstage where all the doors are.
Well, that's kind of cool.
They were talking about doing that, and they never did.
I don't really like the fact that they turned that one area into quote unquote Toy Story Land. I think that they limited themselves by calling it Toy Story. If they had done Pixar Land, because in California they made Pixar.
Have you been there now?
I have.
It's awesome.
It is awesome.
It looks. I mean, I hear what you're saying, but it looks really good.
It does look really good, but like in California they made Pixar Pier, so they can do all Pixar there. And I'm like, well, they only did Toy Story Land. Why didn't they go all out and just do Pixar? Like
I mean, I hear you, but the theming is really cool.
It is really cool.
The way you feel like you really are in like Andy's backyard.
Yeah.
I mean, it is pretty awesome. I still think, and I know they can't do it because there's still all that stuff with Comcast, but I really would have wished they would have taken that whole back area where Tower of Terror is and Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster and turn it into like a Marvel area. Again, they can't do that yet. I know they're. Right. I think they're working stuff out because Disney's been able to get more Marvel into their parks.
Apparently, they can use Marvel characters that aren't actively being used by Universal.
Oh, they can now?
So no, I think they always could.
No,
which is why they can use Guardians of the Galaxy.
The rule had to do. I can't remember now. It had to do anything that was in the universe of all that stuff, and apparently that's why I think they were having issues at first with Guardians of the Galaxy because it was in the same universe as like the Avengers movies because of Infinity War. But they worked it out somehow. So I don't know what the backstage deals were, but they're obviously working something out with
right
Comcast.
Right now, it's a great deal for Disney though because they're literally making money in both parks.
They're making money off Universal because Universal, yes.
But the Simpsons too now because the Simpsons like next month when the deal's finalized that's going to be a Disney property.
Yep.
I gotta ask. I just gotta ask because Kyle, the Steven Seagal fan, said I made his night, and I'm curious what I did that made his night. Please let me know. My curiosity is.
But I would love to see anyway. Like back to the park. I would love to see that if that could have become a Marvel Land. I wanted to see Aerosmith's Rock and Roller Coaster become a Spider-Man ride where you're swinging through through New York. How cool would that be?
That would be really cool, but I would really love if Universal ever loses the Marvel license, I would love to see Disney just out and out buy Spider-Man the Ride. Because Spider-Man the Ride at Universal is the best ride I've ever been on in my life, and I would hate to see it get shuttered.
Never been on it.
I've never been on a better ride. Huh. Though of course now Universal made the Transformers ride, which is basically the exact same ride. So.
And I wanted to see. I know this is also something people hate. I think I mentioned this last week. I wanted to see Tower of Terror become Mission Breakout because I know a lot of people are against that. I think Mission Breakout looks amazing, and Tower of Terror is very dated. And if they're not going to update Tower of Terror, I say bring on Mission Breakout because it looks so good. They should make a Song of the South ride. Oh wait. At first I was gonna say they did, and then you're like, oh wait, yeah, they have one. It's called Splash Mountain. Just 95% of the people who ride Splash Mountain have no idea what movie that's based off of.
You know what frustrated me? I was on Splash Mountain last July when I was down there with Dave Perillo, and I went in the gift shop at Splash Mountain, and they had all these plush toys of Thumper from Bambi. And I'm like, so you can't sell Brer Rabbit merchandise, so you just substituted in another Disney rabbit.
They don't sell Brer Rabbit merch? I guess they really... Well, there's not any.
They don't have plush Brer Rabbits. Like,
Plush,
if anywhere you were going to get it, it's at Splash Mountain, and they're just bumper.
Disney... They're kind of weird with their merchandising, because there's stuff that, like, I can't believe they don't do. Like if you go onto, like, Amazon and check out some, like, old things, like, I always say, like, the decal that says, my other car is a Doom Buggy, like, that goes for, like, $75. You have to buy... If you want to buy one of those, it's, like, $75 to buy one of those off of Amazon, because people want that for their car. Why would Disney not bring those back to the park? Clearly they're popular. Clearly people want those bumper stick or those decals. Bring them back.
Or if you have to, make a slight variation to it, so you could just say, like, oh, this is the 2019 edition. I
guess.
Or, I don't know.
I don't know why they don't carry movies either. Disney parks, the only movies Disney parks carry anymore are the newer stuff. So if, like, a new Marvel movie came out, or like, when Mary Poppins Returns comes out, the DVD and Blu-ray, they'll carry that in the parks for like a month or two, and then it's gone. Like, they don't. There's not like you can't go to the parks anymore and go to a wall of movies. You used to years ago, and there was really cool park only merchandise, like the Imagineering was Imagineering Disneyland and Imagineering Magic Kingdom. I have both those. There's some other ones too that were limited to parks only, and they were really cool, like behind the scenes DVDs and Blu-rays, and they were awesome. They're amazing. I got all my hands on every one that I could get my hands on, and they don't carry those things anymore. It's a shame. I don't get it, Disney. I mean, you think Disney would want to carry their movies in their parks, but they don't.
Disney has... Obviously, Disney's the king of merchandising. But it's like, wherever you go in the parks, and you can cross parks, too. You can go to any of the 4 parks. You're going to find a lot of the same merchandise, a lot of the same T-shirts, a lot of the same hats. And it's like, if you vary... Like, there's only so many times you can buy the same T-shirt. It's like you could sell more to more people if you offer them a variety of merchandise. Yeah,
I think it was... God, I can't remember who was in charge of Disney at the time. Or the Disney parks at the time.
Eisner?
I want to say Eisner, but I could be wrong. One of them, who was in charge when they were building Epcot? Was it Eisner?
Oh, I know.
No, it wasn't Eisner.
That was before. That was
before Eisner.
Roy Disney.
What?
That was probably Roy Disney.
No, it wasn't Roy. It was I think it was somebody else. Or maybe it was Roy. No, because Roy died before, like, right when Disneyland.
No.
Or Disney World was
Roy the nephew. I mean.
Oh, the nephew. Oh, gosh, I don't know. I'm not sure who was in charge. Anyway, whoever was in charge when Epcot was built, like they literally built it and had it running, and apparently the guy in charge of parks went into like one of the Disney into one of the Epcot merchandise merchandise buildings. And it was like all like, Epcot stuff, like futuristic stuff.
Right.
And he goes in and they don't have like your typical Magic Kingdom, Disney World merchandise, Mickey Mouse plushes and ears and stuff. They didn't have all that crap. And he walked in there and he was like, no, we got to change this. I want, your typical Disney stuff in here. Like, he basically, that's what he said. He's like, no, change this out. So like ever since then, it's been that way. I don't get it either. Yeah, if I was in charge of Disney, I would change stuff.
Well, that wasn't when Epcot opened. Because when Epcot opened in, like, 1982, they did not have the typical Disney merchandise in there.
Maybe not right away, but, once he went in and saw that, he wanted that changed. So the story goes.
I don't think that happened until, like, the early 90s. Because I remember it being there in all through the 80s, like 84,
who knows?
89.
Maybe it was Michael Eisner. I don't know. You got food poisoning at Walt Disney World once is... Derek Locke? I'm not surprised. Yeah, I don't know what I was going to say, though. Oh, yeah, if I was in charge of Disney, man, I would change a lot of stuff. Or not in charge of Disney. I just want to be in charge of the parks. I want to be the man... not even the parks. I don't care about all the rest of the parks. I just want to be in charge of Disney World. Put me in charge of Disney World. I'll make it better.
Marty, you're killing me here. You're killing me.
What did Marty say?
Universal should shut down Marvel Superhero Island and use the space for the planned Nintendo Land. Marvel Superhero Island at Universal's Islands of Adventure is probably my favorite place in the world.
Universal Studios should just shut down in general. Just give the property to somebody like who matters, like Disney.
But Universal's the better park.
What? And with that, Joe has never invited back for a live stream. That was fun.
Islands of Adventure, man, that is my favorite park in Florida, without question.
Nope.
How would you know? You've never even been there.
I've been there.
You said you never go there. You said you never leave Disney property.
You're right, that. But I've been there. I've been to Universal and I've been to Islands of Adventure. I've done the parks before. I've been on the Hawk. I was on Dueling Dragons before it became. Well, it's not even there anymore.
Before it was a Harry Potter.
Before it was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Now it's torn down. They're putting a new roller coaster in there.
Yeah. I love Islands of Adventure so much.
Disney guy. One of my main problems with Universal is that it's not on Universal rides.
See, I don't have a problem with that.
Stop licensing crap. I don't know. I hate that. I don't know. I hate all the licensing stuff. I don't like when Disney does it either. Disney doesn't do it a lot, but they do it occasionally, and I hate that. Anyway. Bring back to the future. Yeah, that's another thing too. Jesse says bring back to the future at Universal. Yeah, Universal's always getting rid of the rides. What is it? E.T.'s the only original ride still there?
Yeah, and apparently they can't get rid of that because Spielberg has some kind of stipulation in his contract, and that makes me very happy.
It's ridiculous. They keep tearing their stuff down and putting new stuff up, and screw Universal because they tore down the Kruger, $2 again. Hold on, Kruger. They tore down the oldest surviving like soundstage in like Hollywood to put in Harry Potter in Hollywood. The one that was used for like Phantom of the Opera and stuff. The big opera house. They tore that down because they're like, nope, Harry Potter. Like, hey, Wizarding World of Harry Potter, awesome, but man, you gonna tear down history like that? Come on, dude.
From what I understand, Super Nintendo World's going to be a completely different park, though. Like, I think they're opening a third park at Universal.
Anyway, I'll stick with Disney. C. Kruger, another $2 donation. Thank you very much. Did sales pick up Sunday for Stephanie? She have a boyfriend? No, I talked to her. Sales did not pick up. Apparently, Sunday was just as slow. So I was happy about that. I mean, because I skipped Sunday, so I was happy to find out I didn't miss out on any money. Does she have a boyfriend? No, she has a husband. She's married.
Supercell Chaser is screaming my name. Hello, Supercell Chaser.
Like Supercell Dragon Ball?
I don't know. I've never seen Dragon Ball.
Get on that, man. It's good stuff. When will we see? Oh yeah, Mega Titanic with the commentary. When are we doing that, man? When are we doing Titanic commentary?
We could talk about it. We could come up with something.
We got to do that, man. People want to see it.
All right, here's the deal. Here's how we'll do it. If we're going to do this, this is my stipulation. What'd you hit the other day? 100,000? Is that it?
I wish 10,000.
10,000? That was it? Just two? I think you had okay. 10,000.
I wish I had 100,000. I had a cool silver plate.
I'm trying to hit my first 1,000. So if we're doing this. We're doing it on my channel.
Oh, really?
That's my stipulation.
It was my idea, though.
It was your idea. Well, we can do some kind of cross promotion, can't we? We can figure something. We could talk logistics. We can figure this out, but we can make it happen. I think we can make it happen.
All right, we'll see. Dave wants stricter copyright abuse with Disney. What?
Or we do a dual stream on both channels. I don't know.
CS should build Cinema Sickness Land and make it a movie fan's dream. I mean, that'd be interesting. I'll just stick with going Disney. Nintendo is Disney video games. You're right. I would. Yeah, sure. I wouldn't disagree with that.
I'd say maybe. Oh, I don't know. Maybe.
What?
Well, I mean, Nintendo isn't what they used to be.
Disney's not used to what they used to be.
Well, Nintendo in the 80s and 90s, they were the dominant. But I mean, I think PlayStation and Xbox outsell Nintendo now.
No, it's not about who's outselling. I think he means about nostalgia. People it's like Disney's most people don't go, oh man, nostalgia for Universal. It's no, people have that nostalgia for those Disney when they were a kid. Same thing with NES. People have the nostalgia for the NES Nintendo or Nintendo when it comes to video games. I think that's what he means. That's how I took it anyway.
Joey Baseball says he'd rather it be a movie I actually like for a commentary because otherwise it's just a reaction. Joey, who's to say we can't do more than one? I mean, maybe we can make this a series. Maybe we can find time.
I would love to do, commentaries. But I want to do Titanic for him because I know, like you said, it's going to be a reaction, but he's never seen it, and he refuses to see it, and he so does not want to see it, and that's why I want to do it.
I really don't want to see it.
It's good, though.
I really don't want to see it.
It's a good movie.
I got no interest. No interest at all. I also kind of think that it's one of the number one. It's the number 2 movie of all time. So people have almost everyone's seen Titanic. So therefore, I get to say I didn't see Titanic, and I'm one of the few people who could say that and mean it. And
You should still see it though.
it's like how for years I had never eaten a bagel. How many people could say they never ate a bagel?
For years, I had never seen the Godfather movies, and I finally watched them like 2 years ago. So you had to see at least Titanic.
Did you watch Godfather 3?
I did. It wasn't very good.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wasn't blown away by any of the Godfather movies. I liked, like, Godfather 1 was good. I see why people like Godfather 2 more. It was really good as well. 3 was pretty bad.
I actually,
but I wasn't, like, I watched it and I'm like, I'd rather watch Goodfellas.
I can actually see that because now I actually prefer the Godfather to Goodfellas, but when something gets built up too much,
Yeah.
no matter how good it is, you walk in with expectations. Because what is the movie everybody always cites as being the greatest movie ever made?
Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane. I never had seen Citizen Kane. I watched Citizen Kane. I was so excited. I'm like, I'm going to watch the greatest movie ever made.
And then he popped in Spice World.
You're setting yourself up for it. There's no way. You can't sit down and say, I'm about to watch the best movie ever made and walk away satisfied because your expectations are up here. And you can't do it. So I can see that with Godfather because it's one of those movies that everyone builds up. And if you've never seen it...
And King Kong, 1933 is the best movie ever made. Just saying. But, yeah, Citizen Kane's good. I like it. I watched it. I was like, enjoyable movie. Good movie. But it was not the best movie ever made. Anyway, we got another C. Kruger, another donation from C. Kruger, $2. Did you get the Halloween 4K Steelbook? I did pick up Halloween 4. I don't think I showed it yet, so spoiler. But I did not get the Steelbook. I just picked up the regular 4K.
You said Halloween 4. You meant Halloween 4K.
Or Halloween 4K, sorry. Yeah. I didn't pick up the Halloween 4K Steelbook. I have the Halloween 4K 4K. And I wanted to read some. Oh, Gavin, have you seen the stuff? I have not seen the stuff. I've never seen the movie. I don't own it. I've never seen it. I want to. What?
Joey Baseball says, Joe, you never ate a bagel? Who do you think you are?
I've had bagels.
I've had bagels since, but no, in college I had never had a bagel, and that was a great amusement to my college mates. They were like, "How have you never had a bagel?"
I don't really like bagels. Aren't exactly my like go-to thing, but I've had bagels before. I like either just plain or some of the like the cinnamon ones. Those are pretty good too. Bagels are alright. I don't. You know, really good bagel chips. Ever have those?
Yeah,
those are so good. I love those. But
they are good.
They're bad because I get a bag of them and that bag's gone that night. I eat them. I eat the whole bag. I can't stop eating them.
Gary asks, what sequels we think are better than the original? I think actually most, not all, but most superhero movies, I think part 2 is better than the original. Because part 1 of a superhero movie is always the origin.
Oh, okay.
And with part 2, you always kind of hit the ground running.
I got a couple of horror movies off the bat. I think Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. I as much as I love Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and I think it's a masterpiece. It's such a great movie. I like Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 better. It's because you know me, I like cheesy movies.
Right.
I find it more fun. I can watch that movie over and over again. It's awesome. And I always say my favorite of the Jaws movies is Jaws 3. Again, Jaws 1's great. Jaws 2 is great as well. 4 not so much. But 1 and 2 are fantastic. But I love Jaws 3. It is so good.
I would go with, if we're going with horror movies, I'd go with Wes Craven's New Nightmare, which is Nightmare on Elm Street 7. I like that better than the original.
A couple years ago, I rewatched that because, like you said, for some reason, like maybe 2 years ago, everyone was talking about that movie. Like all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like I kept hearing people keep bringing up that movie, and I'm like, I haven't watched this movie in a long time. I'm gonna watch it because I remember watching it and being like, it was good, but I wasn't blown away by it. So I rewatched it, and I still felt the same way. I liked it. I just wasn't blown away by it.
See, I really liked it. I think because the original Nightmare on Elm Street, as great as it is, it's kind of hampered by a weak ending.
What's up with the deaf kid or the kid who can't hear?
Oh, that's Freddy's Dead.
That's my favorite one.
Nice hearing from you.
Carlos. That's my favorite Freddy's.
Oh, you see, and that's one of the cheesy ones. You always go for the cheesy.
I like my horror movies cheesy. Yeah. Like, I love them cheesy.
But and Wes Craven's New Nightmare had Heather Langenkamp in it, and I've said it before. I think it came up on my last live stream. It might have come up on my last live stream. Heather Langenkamp was my first crush as a kid. I loved Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street. And I got to interview her, and you can find that interview on my channel because I uploaded it to YouTube.
Oh, myself. What about Jaws 19?
Jaws 19.
The sharks still look fake.
That was the greatest Jaws movie that year. That's what. Did you see the poster?
Is that what it says?
They put out a poster that says the greatest Jaws movie this year. J2H says Back to the Future 2. I like Back to the Future 2, but that's not my favorite Back to the Future. Part 1 and 3 are my two favorite.
Honestly,
I can't separate them though. It's a trilogy. It's a whole trilogy.
I was about to say the same thing. I always look at those movies as one big movie. I can't when I picture Back to the Future, I picture 3 movies.
Yeah.
I don't picture just 1, 2, and 3. I picture the series. Yeah, it's weird. I can't separate them.
Gavin asked me what it was. I think he's asking me.
Oh, what about would you say Raiders of the Lost Ark better than better than Last Crusade or vice versa?
I like Last Crusade better.
I kind of like Last Crusade better too.
Last Crusade.
Yeah.
I got Gavin Fitzgerald.
Whoa, Jesse, hold on. I'm not saying it's better. It's not better, but I actually like Caddyshack too.
I actually never saw Caddyshack 2.
I like it. It's a complete... Here's the thing. People go into Caddyshack 2... I'm doing the Disney point. People go into Caddyshack 2 expecting it to be a Caddyshack 1. It's not. Caddyshack was what, 1970, right?
1980, I think.
Oh, it was 1980? Okay, well, it feels like a 70s movie.
Right.
It has a very 70s movie kind of feel. It has that kind of comedy. Caddyshack 2 is a very 80s teen movie, and I love it because of that. It's complete... if you're going to go into that movie looking at it like you looked at Caddyshack, then you're going into it looking at it completely wrong.
Interesting story. I got to answer Gavin, though. Gavin, I believe he's asking me, what was it like interviewing Davy Jones? I didn't interview Davy Jones. I've never interviewed Davy Jones.
I want to interview Mickey Dolenz.
There's an interview with Davy Jones on my channel, but my friend Rose interviewed Davy Jones, and she was kind enough to let me play the interview on the podcast. She interviewed him just months before he died, actually.
Oh, wow.
But I wanted to tell you, did you ever hear how Caddyshack 2 came about? It's pretty interesting. Caddyshack 2, because
they went, you know what? We want money.
The only person who came back for Caddyshack 2 was Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, yeah.
The reason is nobody wanted to make that movie except one guy. And the one guy who wanted to make that movie isn't in the movie. Rodney Dangerfield kept begging Harold Ramis to write Caddyshack 2. It was like, I guess Rodney was like, I want to make Caddyshack 2. And Harold Ramis kept saying, I don't think it's a good idea, Rodney. And he's like, I want to make this movie. So he kept begging and begging and begging. And finally, Harold Ramis, for Rodney, said, all right, I'll make Caddyshack 2. And he writes Caddyshack 2. Ramis didn't want to write it. He was against it. He did it as a favor to Rodney. Script was finished, wheels were in motion, they were casting, and Rodney changed his mind and said, I changed my mind, I don't want to do this. And now the movie was in production, so they ended up giving the role to Jackie Mason. Harold Ramis, to his death, he said he was embarrassed by that movie. He wished he never made that movie. It was all Rodney.
It's a fun 80s movie. Again, go into that... If you haven't seen Caddyshack 2, and you've seen the first one... Go into Caddyshack 2 looking at it like an 80s teen movie. If that's how you're going into it, you're going to have fun with it. I went into it not knowing what to expect, and I came out of it with that was a fun 80s teen movie.
Now, I never saw it, but I knew a guy who swore up and down that Major League 3, Back to the Minors, was his favorite Major League movie.
Yeah. It's been so long since I've seen those movies. I liked 3. 3 was a good movie.
I've seen 1 and 2. I never saw 3.
No, 3 was good. I think they're all fairly solid.
And I gotta ask the Steven Seagal fan, Kyle the Steven Seagal fan again, how did I make your night? I'm still not sure how I made your night. I want to know the answer. And what the heck was that? Who was that? Someone just said, I lost it. It was on my screen. Joey Baseball. Toy Story 3 was hot trash?
No.
That's the first time I think I've ever heard anybody say that.
I think all 3 are great.
Yeah, I agree.
In fact, I don't know, maybe... Well, I would say maybe it goes 2... Wow, what do I put those in? I think maybe 2's the best.
2's my favorite.
2's probably my favorite. But 1 and... See... man. Which one's better, 1 or 3? They're kind of equal. 1 and 3 are kind of like... I think they're just as good.
Yeah, they're all really good.
They're all really good. Yeah, I'm excited for 4. Noah, scariest movie ever made. I still think is The Exorcist. It's Reagan. She freaks me out. I can't watch that movie. Reagan just scares the living daylights out of me.
First of all, I agree. Mike Nesmith is great. But scariest horror movie for me. I'm not scared of horror movies. I really don't get scared of movies. But the one movie that did freak me out was Fire in the Sky. And what freaked me out there was that at the time it was billed as based on a true story. And in the 90s, not so much now. And I think it's mainly because I'm 42 and I feel like if they were coming for me, they would have gotten me by now. Because if you read stories about alien abductions, it always is like, well, it started when I was young. And I'm like, well, they haven't gotten me yet. And they always start when you're young, so I'm probably good. But in the 90s, I was very scared of alien abductions. That was like, with the X-Files and everything. And remember Alien Autopsy? That was all over the place.
I have that on movie CD. But yeah, Mike Nesmith, he did Tape Heads.
Yeah.
And who had a cameo by Jello Biafra at the very end, who makes a reference to his actual court hearing when he got in trouble for distributing harmful matter to minors.
I had tickets. My brother and I had tickets last June, June 2018, to see Mike Nesmith and Mickey Dolenz. They were touring together as the Mike and Mickey Show. And night of the show, 2 hours before the show, we were at my house getting ready to get out the door. We get a call, the show has been canceled. What? Mike Nesmith collapsed on stage.
Oh.
Mike Nesmith ended up having, I think it was I don't know, I'm going to get the details wrong, but it was like a triple bypass or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
He's recovered. He actually was at the Colonial Theater this past September, performing with his band, Mike Nesmith and
I didn't even know that.
And the First National Band. I was there. He was great. And the tickets that my brother and I had for the show in June with Mike and Mickey has been rescheduled for like early March. So we're going to finally see them in early March. But
what kind of music do they play? Is it like
classic Monkees?
Oh, okay.
All the classic Monkees.
Because here's the thing, like when I hear like when the Monkees like kind of like came back and their sound was completely different, then like I hate when bands do that.
See, that to me, the album, the reunion album they did in the 80s, that's like one of my favorite albums.
What was it called?
Pool It.
Okay.
Pool It, because it was the Monkees and it was 80s music. It was the Monkees with an 80s sound, and you're talking about like two of my favorite things combined. That's like
I hate when bands like, we're gonna come back, and then they put out a new album and it's like it sounds way too like modern. You're like, it's not why I like that. Like I don't like the Monkees because I want to hear them do like if I were to listen to 80s music, I'd pop in the Go-Go's or Aha or something like that. If I want to listen to I want to listen to great like 70 or 60s 70s 60s music, I'm gonna pop in and their classic Monkees album.
And their last reunion album, Good Times, was specifically made to have a 60s sound to it, and it's really good.
I don't think I've heard that.
It's
you have to borrow
really
it.
Yeah. Stephen F says we're skipping his questions. I didn't see his questions, so let's scroll back.
We talk a lot, and there's a lot of questions that come up. Like, we're not going to get to everybody. I'm sorry.
I'm going back a bit, Stephen F, and I'm not even finding your question.
Just keep asking your questions.
Oh, wait. Here we go. David, you posted a picture on Instagram that you were watching Halloween 4K, and I watched it, and it was better than I thought it would be. It was a sequel from the... and it was better than I thought it would be I think that's supposed to be if it was a sequel from the second Halloween movie 40 years later.
It was a sequel from the first movie.
Yeah.
The new Halloween movie is like, okay, Halloween 2 and on never happened.
Yeah.
Although, I'm going to talk about this when I review it. For a movie that's supposed to like... That's supposed to be like, the other movies never happened, there are way too many references to the other movies in that. Like, there's a lot of wink and nods. Did you notice that?
Well, like, that's his sister. No.
They make a joke about the sister. There's the scene where like 3 kids are wearing the Halloween masks from 3.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of little like winks and nods to the other films and that. And I'm like, I get what you're doing, but I feel like it shouldn't be in this movie. This movie's a bit too a little too serious to be doing winks and nods, especially for a movie that's supposed to be like, these films never happened. If you're gonna make a movie that's supposed to be like wiping out the rest of the movies, don't make references to those movies, because then I'm thinking about those other movies while I'm watching this movie. Like, just didn't make any sense. Anyway, the new Halloween was good. Did it blow me away? No. It was good. It's worth watching.
I thought H2O was better. For a reunion movie,
possibly.
For a bring back Laurie Strode movie, I thought H2O was better.
Okay, maybe. I mean, I liked Halloween. I think it could have had a better plot.
I liked it better the second time I saw it. First time I saw it, I was very underwhelmed. Second time, I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. To answer Gavin asked why Peter Tork doesn't play with Mickey and Mike Nesmith. Peter Tork's not in good health.
Oh, no?
He's not doing well right now. So
Does he still wear his green hat?
well, that was Mike Nesmith.
Oh, it was Mike Nesmith? Oh,
no. Nez does not wear the hat.
Oh, no, he doesn't wear the hat? Oh, that was Mike. Never mind.
Yeah.
I always like Mickey. He's my favorite, though.
Mickey was my favorite.
I like his music the best.
Sounds great too for a man who's like pushing 80. His
whose music
powerful.
did you like the best? Out of all three of them, because they all three had their own style.
Mike.
You like
Mike? I think
Mike
Mickey
too, yeah.
had the better singing voice, but Mike was, I think, the best songwriter, best musician.
Or no, I'm sorry, I like Mickey better. I would say Mickey, Mike, then probably Peter, and then probably Davey.
Well, here's the thing: Mickey was a singer, but he really wasn't a songwriter. Like, I mean, he wrote like 1 or 2 songs, but he really wasn't a songwriter.
Well, I like whatever. Okay, the songs,
Right.
the songs he sang and did, I performed. I liked that style.
Oh, I got you.
It was a lot more like crazy and kind of like fun and energetic.
I did like Mike's like country.
Mike
rock
had
sound.
country.
Yeah,
Mike had a very country sound. Peter had more of like a psychedelic sound. Like,
Yeah.
his stuff was like trippy, and then Davey was like the, what do you want to call it? Like the love ballad guy.
Yeah,
all his songs are very like lovey-dovey.
But yeah, my
hippie.
favorite. Although Mickey was my favorite of them all, and he did more of the songs I love. My favorite song was a Davey song. It was "Daydream Believer."
That's a good song, yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been a big fan of like Lashing to Clarksville.
Oh, this has to be shown. Thank you, J2H. Thank you.
Man, there's so many good monkeys. Like, I want to really buy that big box set. Like, it has like 99 monkey songs. I need to get that big box set. Anyway.
Yeah, you gotta hear "Good Time." She like Rivers Cuomo wrote a song.
Really?
And,
I gotta hear that.
Yeah, it's good stuff.
Evan, they're putting a Disney World in Toronto. No, they're not. C. Kruger, another $2 donation. You got all the Shout Factory releases at MST3K? No, I do not. I got a couple of them. I don't have all of them, unfortunately. I wish I did. They're expensive. They're not cheap. Evan, but no, they wouldn't do a Disney World in Toronto because they already got North America covered. I'm gonna say it right now. The next Disney park will be in Australia.
Interesting.
That's my guess.
Did you know there was going to be one in Virginia that got scrapped?
It was gonna be like an American history.
Yeah. I read it makes me so sad that it doesn't exist.
Yeah, they were gonna do a whole like American history park. Yeah, Disney presents America. that would have been interesting.
Thank you, Jamel.
Disney's take on yeah. Oh, another two. Wow. Oh no, same. I thought it was another donation. Same one.
The Deadpool hot trash. That Dirty Harry Deadpool hot. I like the Dirty Harry did that.
I forgot. Yeah.
I'm just tongue tied.
Well, it's two words, so it must be right.
Hey Joe, what's your favorite DreamWorks movie? Are we talking DreamWorks Animation or just DreamWorks the studio?
Animation. I'm gonna go with probably Road to El Dorado.
My wife would not like my answer.
My wife
would answer. My wife would answer How to Train Your Dragon or the How to Train Your Dragon.
That's a good one though.
And I agree, it's great. But I got to go with Monsters vs. Aliens.
That's a good movie. Yeah. Jesse, do I like the '90s Beverly Hillbillies movie? I do. I have a movie. I don't know what to call it. Like things hanging out from the movie theaters for that movie.
And we are being asked by Logan Stacy if we've seen the Spider-Man Far From Home teaser.
I have not watched it yet.
I did.
That's good.
I'm on board. I'm totally on board.
I want to see it. DreamWorks is Road Trip. DreamWorks is Road Trip.
DreamWorks, yeah, I think that
Shark Tale hot trash.
The Iron Giant, great movie.
Mm-hmm. Is that DreamWorks?
Jody, you have a 4K
no,
TV.
That's
not
Warner
yet.
That's Warner Brothers. Iron Giant's Warner Brothers.
Iron
right?
Giant is Warner Brothers. Yes. There was no context though. He just said.
Oh, just said in general. Oh, I'm sorry. R. Grimes. I have not seen MTV's Teen Wolf. I have the seasons of it. I've never watched it. I am really bad. Like watching a movie is easy. You sit down, hour and a half, 2 hours, boom, done. TV series, man, it's like I just don't get around to watching them. I buy them, I don't watch them because it takes so long. Like I don't have like a month to watch a movie or TV series.
I don't want to watch Teen Wolf. I've got no to me Michael J. Fox and or Jason Bateman.
I was gonna say, man, what about Jason Bateman?
I can think of 3 off the top of my head. I can think of 3. There might be more, but can you name 3 '80s movies that feature the song "Send Me an Angel" by Real Life? One of them's a gimme because
Send Me an Angel.
Do you believe in heaven above? Do you believe in love?
Shaking the camera. No.
Send me an angel.
I'm gonna guess one's Teen Wolf.
Teen Wolf 2.
Oh, okay.
The other two are Rad, the BMX bike movie, and The Wizard.
Oh, okay.
With Fred Savage.
Well, look, Jesse says Teen Wolf 2 and The Wizard.
Yeah, Jesse.
Very good, Jesse. All right, not bad.
You missed Rad, the BMX bike movie, though.
I like how you don't call it Rad. You call it Rad. The BM. That should be the name of it. Rad. The BMX movie.
Rad, colon.
the BMX movie. Oh, man.
Which the whole movie is on YouTube, by the way. And I think that's the only way you can watch it, because the DVD's out of print. The VHS is... Yeah. Oh, wow, the VHS is out of print. Did you know that?
I always love when I put on my my store, like I'll post a VHS movie and I'll put next to it out of print. People are like, well, aren't all VHS tapes out of print? I'm like, not the format, the movie's out of print. Jeez.
Stephen F. actually asked this a couple times, I think. He-Man Masters of the Universe movie. Sony... Yeah, with... Sony was working on it, but I think...
Oh, I thought you were going to say one with Kevin Bacon as Skeletor.
Kevin Bacon as Skeletor?
If you watch the Dolph Lundgren movie,
yeah,
Skeletor, he looks like Kevin Bacon. That's why every time I talk about Kevin Bacon, I'm always going to mean Skeletor, because he looks just like, because Kevin Bacon kind of has that nose, and he looks just like, I swear it's Kevin Bacon with white makeup on.
I don't think there's any news on a release date for I don't even think they have
Dolph
a script
Lundgren going to make a cameo?
Dolph Lundgren should play King Randor. And hey, we are in the Dolph Renaissance.
We are. He's been doing a lot of stuff recently.
I went to see Creed 2 again, the second time. I
finally watched the first one. It was really good.
Creed 2,
except for I mentioned it on Instagram when Rocky's talking and he says like, oh, I don't know, must be something in the water. And I'm like, no, you're from Philadelphia. You got to say water. Don't say water. You ruin the entire movie by saying water. Nobody in Philadelphia says water. Everybody in Philadelphia says water.
I think that I thought it was amazing though going to see Creed 2 and for the second time, and it was after December 21st, so Aquaman had opened, and I'm sitting there thinking, Aquaman's playing in that theater. Creed 2 was playing in this theater. I said, even in his heyday in the 80s, I don't know that Dolph Lundgren had two major motion pictures out at the exact same time. So, any knowledge of blaxploitation films? Absolutely, Adam. I love blaxploitation films. Black Belt Jones is my favorite. Jim Kelly, Black Belt Jones.
Some of the complete Dolomite collection. I don't know where it is.
Oh yeah, it's down there. I was looking at it.
You're looking at it? Oh yeah. The what's it called?
I just picked that up on Blu-ray.
Dolomite, total I haven't watched these movies yet. My favorite blaxploitation, I would say, would be Blackula.
Blackula's good.
Blackula's great. You know what's not good? The sequel, Scream Blackula Scream, is horrible, and Blackenstein's really bad too.
Blackenstein's terrible.
They're horrible movies.
Blackenstein is
because
awful.
I saw Blackula and I was like, oh my gosh, this was great. I loved Blackula. It was so good.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, I gotta watch Scream Blackula Scream. Popped it in. It was hot trash, and I was like, all right, well, let's give Blackenstein a try. Hot trash.
Have you seen Black Belt Jones?
No.
You gotta see Black Belt Jones. Black Belt Jones is my favorite. There's like a scene where he's on the phone talking to someone. He's at a payphone, and you could tell he's not actually talking to the person because you'll hear the other person. You'll hear both sides of the conversation, and Black Belt Jones is going, yeah, and he hangs up the phone. He turns to his friends and goes, "Hey everyone, let's go to McDonald's," and they all go, "Oh yeah, McDonald's," and they run off. It's like, oh, man, I love that movie. So much love for Black Belt Jones.
I want to answer Marty's question. Do you like Josie and the Pussycats movie? I actually do like it, but what I like about it even more, the soundtrack is amazing because it was done by what's her name from
Letters to Cleo.
Yeah, the Letters to Cleo chick, and I can't remember her name. She does the voice of Josie.
The singing voice of Josie.
Yeah, the singing voice of Josie is done by the girl who the lead singer of Letters to Cleo.
That's a great.
It's a really good sound. I would put that up there as one of like if I do like a top 10 favorite soundtracks of all time. Josie and the Pussycats would be in that soundtrack. It's a really good soundtrack.
It took 6 short hours.
Yeah, it's so good. It's a really good soundtrack.
Hanley.
Kay Hanley. And by the way, she's still very good looking to this day. I had a crush on her back in the 90s.
That was a really smart movie.
That Here and Now. Remember,
yeah.
That's when that song came out. I had the biggest crush on her for that music video. But why is it smart?
Because it really just skewered the culture of the time with the teen singers and how
yeah.
I don't know. I thought it was a really smart script, and I think it was actually too smart for the intended audience, which is why it didn't do well.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I like it. Laura says we skipped her question. Laura, I'm not skipping any questions. We're just talking. So
and we're getting a lot of questions.
There's about 5 million questions popping up.
Yeah.
Just keep asking. If we get to it, I'm sorry. Oh, he wants to know. Okay, Laura wants to know if he enjoyed his media from the unboxing. Yeah, he did. Oh yeah, Laura, because Laura sent him stuff. Yeah, He did. That was very nice of you. He enjoyed it. He was very happy to get stuff from you. I mean, you saw the video. He was pumped. He was excited. Of course, books are better, C. Kruger. You mean, wait, what's a book? Oh, early movie drafts. Is that what he's talking about?
Where's RJ? He's into books, isn't he? He can answer these.
Books are better than movies. Sure.
Goodbye, Marty. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye.
We love you.
Favorite Brendan Fraser movie?
Favorite Brendan Fraser movie?
This is Jesse.
I'm
going to go with Mummy.
I might agree with that. Yeah, I might agree with the
Mummy's so good. And Mummy 2.
Only the first one.
You know, like the second one?
I hated the second one.
No, I like the second one.
I never saw the third one.
I like the first. You never saw the third one?
No.
Well, first of all, the third one. Here's the thing. A lot of people hate the third one. It's definitely the weakest. Like by far the weakest. It's not that great, but it's not bad either. Again, it all depends on how you go into it.
Right.
Like if you don't go into it expecting like a straight up, if you like the first two, don't go into it expecting a third movie in the sense of like the first two where it's something different, but it's still good. The way they introduce Evie being played by a new actress, like I won't spoil that for you guys, but they make a joke about it.
Oh, they actually acknowledge.
Oh, they acknowledge that it's not Rachel Weisz playing Evie anymore, and they acknowledge it like in a really funny joke way. And I'm like, that was smarter than to do. Just kind of make a joke about it, like we didn't get Rachel Weisz back. Sorry.
That's like Don Cheadle in Iron Man 2. When Don Cheadle shows, because Terrence Howard played the part in Iron Man 1. When Don Cheadle shows up, he says something to like Tony, like, "Yeah, it's me now. Let's not make a big deal about it," something like that.
No, oh, you know what? But Adam's got a great point. Airheads.
Airheads is good.
I'm still gonna say I like The Mummy more, but Airheads is a very close second. Airheads is great.
Jesse just mentioned Blast from the Past.
That's a good movie
Blast
too.
from the Past has got that great part with Christopher Walken where he's like, they can change gender spontaneously, and they offer you lawn furniture as a come home.
What are you gonna have for dinner tonight, CS? I ate dinner right before he came over. Like I literally rushed out to you know what I had? I had Wendy's. I haven't eaten Wendy's in forever. I just got really in the mood for Wendy's for some reason. So I went out and got some. It was okay. It was what I remember it being.
I do love me some Wendy's. We had a question. Oh, Hector pointed out that Haley Steinfeld starred in both Spider-Verse and Bumblebee, and that's true, and they're both good movies. Both very good movies.
Mike says Monkey Bone. It's Monkey Bone, right? Not Monkey Bones.
I saw Monkey Bone when it first came out,
movie.
and I don't really remember it that well. I got to be honest. I know I saw it in the theater, but I don't really remember it. Joey asked when did Adam Sandler fall from grace? I don't know. Adam Sandler's a little bizarre because I loved him when I was younger, and then I didn't like him anymore. And I think maybe I don't know why exactly.
And okay, somebody's being way too crazy about books. Fixed. Anyway, what?
No, I don't even think I read that.
Don't worry about it.
Peter Weller's already said he doesn't want to do another RoboCop. Enzo, because they're making a RoboCop 4 in continuity with the originals,
really?
and he said he's not. It's called RoboCop Returns. He's apparently not interested. Joey Baseball, I'll tell you my two favorite Adam Sandler movies. The two dramatic movies he did, I think, were great. Reign Over Me and Punch Drunk Love. I really love those movies. They're really good.
What my favorite movies of his would be. Can I go with Airheads again?
Was he in Airheads? Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Forgot about that.
He doesn't want to fart on a snare drum.
J2HS, how John Cena was in Bumblebee. He was fine. I mean, I don't think he stole the movie or anything, but he was good.
John Cena's been pretty good in stuff he's been doing. He's like the new Rock.
Yeah, I hear he was great in Blockers, but I didn't see Blockers. I hear Blockers was great.
I haven't watched it yet.
By the way, you know what's great? I'll mention something. This was a recommendation from Dave Perillo. There's a Netflix original movie called...
Did you see he got a shout out from Tim Tracker recently?
Oh, yeah. Dave Perillo told me I should check out a Netflix original movie called The Package. Have you heard of this?
No.
It's about a bunch of kids who get camping, and one of them accidentally cuts off the package. And he has to get medevac to a hospital so they could reattach it. They've only got 12 hours to reattach it. But his friends gave them the wrong cooler when he was being medevaced out, and it was the cooler containing the beer.
Is it a comedy?
It's a comedy.
Oh, okay.
It's a comedy, and it's pretty funny. And apparently, the main girl in The Package...
I might watch Blockers tonight. I'm just bringing it up. Anyway.
That's the thing. The main girl from The Package was apparently in Blockers.
Oh,
and
really?
they're saying she's like going to be like the next big thing or something. But I watched it, and I recommend it. Check out The Package if you haven't seen it. It's a dumb comedy, but it's a funny dumb comedy.
Laura says she lived about 20 minutes from where that park would be. I'm guessing she means the Disney park we were talking about?
Or the park where the kids were camping in The Package.
David, what is the name of the Spice Girls? The blonde girl, I think she's the hottest one out of them all. You mean Baby? Emma Bunton? I agree she's the hottest out of them now. Back in the day, back when Spice Girls were in their prime, I would have gone with Victoria Posh as the hottest. But now, in 2019, I would definitely go with Emma. Team Iron Man or Team Captain America? Neither.
I'm Team Booster Gold.
I'm Team Howard the Duck.
Steven said something about the original Star Wars movies.
He hooked up with what's her name? Ali Sheedy, right?
Oh yeah. No, Ali.
No, not Ali Sheedy. No, what's her name? No, not Ali Sheedy. You're right. What the heck's her name?
God, why can't
my gosh. Yeah, no.
Back to the Future.
Yeah. I don't know. I thought it was Ali Sheedy. What's her name?
How can I not remember one of the stars of Back to the Future's name right now?
His mom from Back to the Future.
Leah Thompson.
Thank you. Ali, same girl.
Stephen F says Joe, original Star Wars VHS.
Ali Sheedy was Johnny right? Or she?
Ali Sheedy was in.
She was in.
Short Circuit.
Short Circuit. Okay, yeah. I'm getting my Short Circuits and my Howard the Duck mixed up.
This is the guy to ask for VHS. Are the original Star Wars on VHS rare?
No. Nope. not really.
Well, does it depend on the release? Like the original releases of them might be, right?
Hold on. Keep talking.
He hooked up with Leah Thompson. Yes, he did. It's, Sporty Spice was the prettiest, clothes notwithstanding.
All right.
Here we go. Oh, wow.
Okay. So this one here is a little bit more rarer. It's got these cool, wings that pop out.
I actually have that one. And
this one here, I would say, is the quote-unquote, one of the rarest ones. But here's the thing. It's not super rare. You're not going to, this isn't going to go for, $50 online. You're going to get, $10 for this. That's, it. And you have...
Favorite Don Johnson movie, A Boy and His Dog.
This one's pretty cool. And then there's, this one's pretty common. And this one is super common, too. These are, all three...
I don't think I've ever seen this one before.
This one's a little bit less uncommon. Yeah. I think this came out when they did the... is there a year in here?
Was that special edition?
2000. So this is prequel time. This is back,
okay.
They re-released this during the prequels, and then this came out when I think they first released.
That was the first special edition release. I have this one, and I had this one. I actually had all three of those. Yeah. So I never had this one though. This is I'm not familiar with that one. But.
Yeah, they're not. None of them are really all that rare, except the one with the wings is a little bit more rare. Excuse me, rarer, but they're not crazy rare.
Jamel asked how my day was. Thank you. My day was great. I spent most of my day putting together my new closing credits sequence for my videos that you can see on my video that I posted today, but I'm really proud of my closing.
Want to know what I spent my day doing? So I found out I'm kind of screwed for taxes this year.
Oh.
Because I didn't prepare for them properly. Yeah. Note to anybody out there who feels like running their own business, tax season, you might want to rethink that. I knew companies do inventory, at the end of every year, and I always thought to myself, inventory, oh, that's for their own purposes. So they know what is sold, how much stuff they have, you know, what is selling. You know, I always thought it was a company thing. No, that's done not only for that, but it's done for taxes too. You have to report your inventory for taxes. The government wants to know.
Really?
The government wants to know your inventory. They want to know how much, and not just what you. They don't want to know just like a summary of what you bought for that year and what you sold for that year, which is what I thought they wanted. They want to know at the beginning of the year what inventory you have and how much it is, and they want to know all that stuff. Your starting inventory and then your ending inventory for every year.
That's really crazy.
They want to do that because
I'm getting cold.
it is cold down here. They want to do that because I guess they want to like. I don't know. Anyway, they want that information. I did not have that information. So I'm in the process right now going through, well, 2018 I'm going to have to come up with something. I don't have any information for 2018 like that. So that's going to be interesting to figure that out. But for 2019 now, I'm in the process, before I get too far into the year, I'm going through my store on Instagram and literally going through each individual product and writing them down, how much I bought it for, how much it's selling for, and then every time I sell something now, I got to put next to it how much it sold for. And I got to keep a running total of that for 2019. I got to do it. I have to. The government wants to know that. So I'm in the process right now of going through like 1,500 items and marking and listing everyone on a spreadsheet.
That is...
Yay for
wow.
Yay for the IRS. Yeah, so I had no idea. I recommend if any of you guys out there ever want to start your own business, immediately go to a financial advisor like I have, or somebody who does taxes, and talk to them and say, what am I going to need for taxes come tax season? Because you might want to know that. Last year wasn't so bad because last year, well, not I should say last year, when I filed taxes for 2017, it was the first year I was doing Cinema Sickness full time. So in the government's eyes, I didn't really make that much money because my business was just starting out, doing it full time, and I really only made enough money kind of to like live my life. I wasn't really making much of like a big profit. I was just basically making enough to, you know, pay my bills, eat,
right.
keep my company going. 2018 was different. 2018 I did really well. I actually made like a profit, money into my savings account. I did very well for 2018, and because of that, now the government's like, okay, now we need a ton of information from you, and I'm like, I don't have any of that. So, yeah.
C. Kruger's asking, how do we get to your channel? I guess he's talking about me because he's already on your channel.
Yeah, well, yeah, I guess so.
It's youtube.com/megapodtastic. Megapodtastic. So yeah, and Sis versus Bro asked when we're going to do a DVD hunting video together. I would like to do one. It's all a timing thing. I have to work a lot of overtime, unfortunately.
When are we going to doing a road trip out to California or Route 66 road trip?
God, I'd love to.
When do you want to do that? When do you want to do it? Come on.
2022. 2022. That's my answer. I gotta wait for the child to get a little older.
Well, we should go to. We should look into going to the Mothman, September. I don't think I'm doing anything in September. I gotta look into that.
Stephen
I got a
F.
bunch of conventions coming up, so.
Stephen F. says, "Funny you mentioned that, Joe. Sounds like a scene out of Hostel 2. What?
Oh, I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
Oh, are you? Because he's still talking about blockers. Are you talking about the weenie movie, the package?
When is Blotfest or not Blotfest? RetroCon this year.
RetroCon
That's in September, right?
Is it September this year?
I think so. It's early this year.
October last year.
Yeah, it's early this year. They're doing it early this year.
I know for a while there, and they did announce a date, but for a while there, Tony wasn't
Again,
sure.
you can go to cinemasickness.com. It's on there. I've been invited back out to RetroCon.
They haven't had enough of you yet. Here we go. RetroCon 2019, September 14th and 15th.
So we can do RetroCon, and then the following weekend we go down to Mothman.
And I'd like to point out Melindy Britt. Can you see that? I don't know.
No, probably not.
Yeah, it's shining. Melindy Britt, who was the voice of She-Ra, she was supposed to be a guest at RetroCon this past year. She had to cancel, and they got her back.
Nice.
So, there you go.
Cool. So yeah, we should do it. We should go down the following weekend, man. Come on, plan it out.
Laura's asking again, did Sean like his media?
Laura,
he did already answer
I already
that.
answered your question. Yes, he did. She gets mad at me for not answering her questions, and then she doesn't listen to when I say it. Come on, man. What the heck?
C. Kruger, yes, that's right. Megapodtastic.
Yep.
Megapodtastic.
Laura, he answered your question. Yes, earlier. Oh, man. How long have we been going? Oh, well, wait. What? Oh, we haven't been going for quite 2 hours yet. We're not going over 2 hours, that's for sure.
Worst convention that we went to, for me, that would be Nostalgia Fest in what's Chris's hometown? Ben Salem. Nostalgia Fest in Ben Salem about a year ago or 2 years ago. It was just god awful. It was the same day as the Great Philly Comic Con. And I went to the Great Philly Comic Con on Friday and
Good night, Chris.
Saturday. Bye, Chris. It was awful. I was there to meet Geddy Watanabe. I had a UHF poster I wanted Geddy Watanabe to sign. And my friend Dave Perillo was there as an artist. He signed up to do...
Stupid! You're so stupid!
Yeah.
Okay.
But it was all vendors. Like, you went in, and it was all people trying to sell you, like, redo your basement, bath fitters, gutter guard.
People were joking about brain going blank. Guy who runs Retrocon.
Tony.
Jeez, wow.
Tony.
Brain farts. People were talking to him last year about making jokes about that. Like, I haven't seen anybody here, for any bathroom fittings or whatnot. Because apparently, like, and he was like, dude, he's like, you have no idea. He's like, I must have got like 1 million like requests for people to set up for bathroom fittings and roofing and stuff.
Apparently that's the new thing, because from what I understand, Wizard World Philadelphia this past year had a ton of that too.
That's a shame.
And it's like, and Tony, who runs RetroCon, he said it best. He said, you don't pay to get into a convention to be harassed by salesmen.
Yeah.
I agree with them.
You know what I would do? I would have like, I think if I would run a convention like that, I'd be setting up from like the front to the back. And if, like, let's say it got to the very point where, like, the closing out, there wasn't anybody else to put in, I might take those people and be like, all right, sure, I'll take your money if you want to sit up here, but you're all the way in the back, like in a corner where, like, nobody's going to see you guys or something. And then I put, like, a curtain around you.
Pastor of the Muppets asked, does Dave Perillo also sell trips to Italy? No, that's another Perillo. It's funny, though.
Memory Disney Vlog says, Dave, when is our reunion in Disney? I mean, not sure who you are. I don't know your name by Memory Disney Blog. So leave a comment. Yeah, because I met a bunch of people in Disney. I'm just not sure by your name who you are. I apologize.
Please do not lean on the display case.
He wants me to
there is an autographed picture of George Lazenby signed by Sean Connery in the display case. He said, I'm not the comic book guy. Yeah, I collect comics.
Sis versus Bro wanted me to take off my hat.
Yes. But yeah, I used to collect comics. I don't really anymore. But yeah, I'd say I'm a comic guy.
He's the one who took me up to the Top of the World Lounge. Oh. Okay, I know who you are then. When's our... I'll be down in February, and then again in December. When are you going to be down?
By the way, you and Dave have a slight overlap. He gets there on the 22nd and is leaving on the 25th.
Of December or February?
February, because he's doing the Epcot Festival of the Arts. So I think you guys have a minor overlap.
Oh my gosh, I'll have to talk to him.
We talked about, if you watched the new video that he and I that I posted today of us reviewing Glass.
I saw you posted. I didn't watch it yet.
He says that you guys could go pinning together.
Oh, yeah.
And then he suggested that might have an alternate meaning on Urban Dictionary.
Here's the thing. I'm not going to have I don't have an annual pass right now. So in order for me to get into Disney, I'm either going to have to get him, a cast member's going to get me in, or if Dave can get me in, like, I can't, I'm not going to pay, $100 to go for like a couple hours at Disney. Not going to do it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Jesse corrected me. It was a picture of Sean Connery signed by Roger Moore. I'm sorry. Yeah, I actually want to do that. I actually want to the Sean Connery signed by Roger Moore. The role of Harry Mudd on Star Trek Discovery, it was played by Roger C. Carmel on the original Star Trek. Now it's played by Rainn Wilson on Star Trek Discovery. So I've wanted to get the action figure of Roger C. Carmel as Harry Mudd and get it signed by Rainn Wilson at a convention. But I'm waiting for that. And Cinema Sickness has left, and now that we're alone, I will tell you
somebody asked...
What?
Oh, I'm dropping something. Somebody asked about this calendar, what year it was. The Tori Amos calendar said they saw it was 2013. Was it really? Do you see 2013 on here anywhere?
I don't know if you guys know this, but Tori Amos is actually the founder of Famous Amos Cookies.
Yeah.
Did,
You know that guy got screwed over. You ever hear the story about that guy when they bought him out?
I didn't, but I do know he's guest starred on two different sitcoms, Taxi and The Office, as himself.
Where do you... I don't see 2013 on here anywhere, do you? I'm not going crazy, am I? I honestly don't see a date on here anywhere.
Let me take a gander.
Yeah, I don't see a date on the calendar. I don't know.
It's the 3rd annual.
Wow, okay. Not only does Pastor Muppets have my favorite YouTube name ever, but he just made a comment to Tori Can't Read. That... Oh, wow. Tori Can't Read was Tori Amos's like original like band. That's awesome, Pastor Muppets. That's great.
What year did you think it was?
He said 2013, but I don't see a date on there anywhere.
All right, let's go back to 2013 here.
Oh yeah, McDonald Brothers got screwed by Ray Kroc. Yeah, they did too. It was the same thing with what was Famous Amos's name? His real name?
I don't know.
Well, Mr. Famous Amos, Mr. Amos. It was his. He got screwed too.
This is not a 2013 calendar because January 2013 Sunday is the first.
I don't know.
Yeah. So let me see. We'll figure this out. It's on a 2014 calendar. It's on a 2015 calendar. It's on a 2016 calendar.
Dave, let me date.
Could be 2017.
Send me a. I mean, I know you can contact me on Messenger. Send me a message on Messenger about the dates for December. I'll get back to you because I'm gonna forget to do it if you don't message me.
Let's get to the end of the year. It ends on a February. How about that?
Can I have a shout out? Says Jaden Pope. Hi, Jaden Pope.
It's an 06 calendar.
Oh!
January starts 07.
I didn't even see that. Yeah, you're right. There you go.
Yeah, this is a
It's
2006.
2006, yeah, because doesn't say the first one? No, it doesn't. Doesn't say any dates anywhere, but yeah, if you look at January, it's a 13-day count or 13-month calendar, and it does say January 07. So yes, it's a 2006 calendar. There you go. Good job.
Joey Baseball says Wally Amos was his name.
His name is Wally. Can I put my hat back on?
Yeah, no, why not?
No. What happened to the studio that made the Blob? Oh, was it Valley Forge Studios? I don't know what happened. I guess they just went out of business.
They went out of business till we resurrect them next year.
What?
Let's do it. Let's resurrect Valley
Oh, it's
Forge.
bring it back.
Yeah. Why not? Orion Films is back. Did you see that? There's new Orion movies out there.
Oh, really? Are we gonna make? But are they gonna be Christian-based movies?
Sure.
Because that's what Valley Forge did. They did Christian-based movies, except for the Blob,
Well, you know what you do?
which they did to make.
You make a movie in a commercially viable genre, and then you use that money to make your Christian movie.
That's
So-
why they did that. Yeah.
That was from Planet 9 from Outer Space.
Well, they did that for
Yeah.
Planet Nine too. Yeah. Well, a lot of companies did. They wanted to make their Christian movies, but the problem is that Christian movies aren't exactly going to make money. it's. I mean, unfortunately, that's not going to bring in the bucks. So what the studios would do.
The Passion of the Christ made a lot of money.
All right, well, fine, but I mean, you're especially back then anyway. Back in like the 50s and whatnot. I mean,
Or as I like to call it, the Jesus Chainsaw Massacre, based on the vast
not
amounts
really.
of gore.
yeah, those movies weren't going to exactly pull in, the big box office. So they would make a Planet 9 from Outer Space, or they'd make a Blob to bring in money, and then they take that money they made from that movie to produce their Christian movies.
I think Laura is watching us on a delay.
Yeah, Laura must. Yeah, Laura's answering stuff we talked about a while ago.
I think that's why after you had already answered about Sean's media, she asked again. He asked, it's Laura, not Laura. I don't know if that's a. I apologize, Laura. I'm not. I don't know the gender. I'm not trying to.
We're almost at 2 hours, so we're gonna wrap this up soon, guys. Because
Gavin got it. Yes, I was doing Ed Wood.
it's almost 10.
I was totally doing Ed Wood there.
What is the best horror movie? What's your favorite horror movie?
The best horror movie. Night of the Lepus.
Yeah,
I don't know.
With the rabbits.
I have
My favorite horror movie I usually go with is I like House of a Thousand Corpses. I love that movie so much, except for the ending. The ending I'm not the biggest fan of.
I'm not really a fan of that one.
I like
I know you love it, but I'm not. That's not one of my favorites. I love the original Psycho.
Yeah, it's great.
And speaking of, we talked about sequels earlier. Psycho 2, one of the greatest underrated sequels of all time.
all four of those movies are good.
They are.
All four Psycho movies are actually really good.
Have we seen Orgasmo? Yes, that was a funny movie.
I haven't. I have. Not only do I have it, but I just sold a copy of it on. Or did I sell it? I might still have it. I think I sold it on the store, or it might still be there. It might. If you're looking for a copy of it, it might still be on my store.
That was a really.
I can't remember if it's sold or not. It's a great movie.
J2H asked if we've seen the Death Note film on Netflix. I haven't.
I haven't.
But you know what I thought was really overrated on Netflix? Bandersnatch. Everyone's talking about Bandersnatch. I didn't.
I'm not gonna Nate Pancakes. I'm not gonna show what your thing says, but it is funny.
Nate, that is hilarious.
That is hilarious. Yeah,
that was a great.
If you guys have seen Orgasmo, there's a running joke that he's not. You know what's better than Orgasmo though is definitely Cannibal the Musical. Cannibal the Musical is one of my all-time favorite movies.
I like Cannibal the Musical, but I think I like Orgasmo better. My favorite part in Cannibal the Musical is, let's build a snowman. We can make him our best friend.
We can name him George, or we can name him Beowulf. We can make him tall, or we can make him not so tall. Snowman. Oh, God. I want to watch that movie now. It's so good. It is so good. Every time it's nice, I can't help.
Happy smile, happy point of view.
Every time it's nice, I always think about how much of a split ankle day it is.
Yes. Shota boy. Man, Orgasmo, man. I gotta watch. Basketball.
It's been a while since I watched Orgasmo. Yeah, oh God, they're all good.
Basketball is one of the funniest movies of the 90s.
Great.
I honestly believe that.
Any Trey Parker, or wait, was it Matt Stone?
Matt Stone and Trey Parker.
Well, yeah, but which one's the one who really did them all?
Well, it was Trey Parker.
Trey Parker, yeah.
Yeah.
Any Trey Parker movies really good. I mean, even I think underrated. I don't hear people talk about it much. Is the South Park movie?
The South Park movie was great.
Great.
Yeah.
It's very funny. It's hilarious.
I actually just recently at home broke out into what would Brian Boitano do.
Yeah.
I don't even know what brought it on.
Yeah. Great movie. Anyway, so we should wrap this up now because it's 10 o'clock. Oh yeah, Team America is really good. Good too. Durka Durka.
Team America. Blame Canada. Blame. The one song that we can't mention.
Yeah.
We can't mention due to the profanity, but the song Terrence and Philip sang about their uncle. I love that song.
What's his name? Uncle
and please don't say it in the comments because we're gonna have to hide it.
No, you're not gonna get hit. It's gonna be hidden already. Yeah.
I did know that, Steven. Yes,
what?
And they're pretty cool.
Oh, the He-Man figures.
Yeah.
I think Pixel Dan talked about him.
Pixel Dan.
If there was going to be a roadside oddity made for you guys, what would you want?
I think I'd want a giant statue of Alf.
I want a mausoleum with all my movies in it and me buried in it. So this is
a roadside attraction based on us.
Yeah,
I thought it was for us. What one will we?
Oh, I thought you meant based on us. That's what I want. A mausoleum with all my movies in it.
I'd have to think about that. I don't know.
In the shape of a theater.
I think I'd like a statue of me dressed in a chicken suit. I always said at my viewing when I die, I want to be in a chicken suit in my viewing, so people could have a laugh right before they put me in the ground.
I'll be buried with my Spice World and my Young Frankenstein laser discs.
Supercell Chaser loves it when we say
my wife.
That's more of a Rick thing.
What
though, right?
It is, yeah. Well, actually, it's not even a Rick thing. Rick got it from another
Rick got it
from another.
But Rick
YouTuber
was the one who
podcast
got us doing
it.
So
tomorrow's video, I say it because Brittany, she's in tomorrow's video for a little bit, and she's like, "Hey, I want to show you something. I think you missed over. We're in a Goodwill," and I'm like, "Oh, guys, hey, my wife wants to show me something." Why Young Frankenstein on Laserdisc, Gavin? Because it's one of my all-time favorite movies.
Why not Young Frankenstein on Laserdisc?
So when I'm buried, I can be going, "There, wolf. There, castle."
I say Sleigh Bell movie, really good movie. Spooky Dan did an amazing. Spooky Dan. Is he related to the girl in the spooky car?
That Zanzibar.
Her name was
Zanzibar. Have people sent you Annabelle dolls? I only got the Annabelle pop figure that was sent to me.
Do we have interest in seeing the Ark in Kentucky, the Ark of the Covenant?
Oh no, he means the Noah's Ark. They built like a life size replica of Nick Noah's Ark.
Is that the one that
it's got dinosaurs and stuff in it?
Is that the one that Adam and Jacob the Carpetbagger went to?
No, it was Adam and Tim Tracker. They went there.
Was Carpetbagger with them?
I don't know if Carpetbagger's there. Was he there? It's been a long time since I've seen that
I'll
video.
have to watch that video. I knew that there was like
yeah.
I'm familiar with that.
I would totally go and see that. Yeah, why not?
Have people sent you Annabelle dolls? Hey, here's a question for you.
I hate the Annabelle doll.
Here's a question for you.
Stupid.
You know the movie that Annabelle's based on, or The Conjuring.
Conjuring.
Lorraine Warren, who those movies are based on, real person.
Mm-hmm.
She has a supernatural museum in her home, and the real Annabelle doll is on display. And I know some people have been there, and they say that you get like this real feeling of what's the word? Dread, or like apparently you can really feel it when you're.
Where's
in
it at?
It's in like Connecticut, I believe.
Want to go?
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Would you want to go to something like that? Because I'm not sure. There's a part of me that would want to, but there's a part of me that would be like a little too. I don't know if I want to expose myself to something that negative.
Yeah, let's go. Want to do it? Seriously, I want to do road trips. I'm sick of Pennsylvania. Like, I do so much hunting here. I do so much crap here. Like, I love Pennsylvania, but I want to go places. Like, the problem is that you guys are always freaking busy. Stop being so damn busy.
Well, here's the problem. Brittany's very understanding.
She's understanding.
About you getting out there.
My wife is awesome.
It's not as easy for me getting out.
I know.
Now, as Nola Deej pointed
your
out,
jobs and your kids and your wives and
Nola Deej pointed something out to me though. He was talking about going to Florida Disney, and I said something like, "Well, I can't do that because I got the kids." And he says, "Have you monetized your channel yet?" I said, "No, I don't have enough viewers to monetize my channel." He said, "My wife," this is what he said. He said, "My wife became very understanding once checks started coming in."
Yeah.
So if I could get to 1,000 subs and start monetizing my channel and some checks coming in, Christine might be much more happy with me taking road trips. So
okay. David, if you sell stuff on eBay that's from your personal collection, do you have to pay taxes on it? Yes. I don't sell stuff on eBay though, but if I did, I would. Yeah. Man, taxes are gonna be.
Yeah, Laura said sorry I hadn't caught up yet. Yeah, that's cool. It happens. It happens.
But yeah, my thing for this spring, summer, fall, I really just want to get out of Pennsylvania more. That's why I'm looking forward to possibly going to Canada. And that's all just a maybe. That is not written in stone, but maybe going to Canada.
Take off the cone of shame, Laura. You don't need shame. It's okay. It's okay. I'd like to go to Toronto. You know what I'd like to do? You know what we could do in Toronto if I could? Yeah, again.
Go to a Maple Leafs game.
I was going to say Police Academy filming locations.
I was in Toronto.
They were all shot around the Police Academy is in Toronto.
I want to go at least to the filming location of where Angels Lead Trouble Follows. That was done in Germantown.
Yeah.
So yeah. Anyway, my goal for this year, I really just want to get out of. Even if it is in Pennsylvania, at least go to like I said, Pittsburgh or something. Somewhere a little further away than my surrounding area. I don't necessarily. The thing is, I don't necessarily want to do it alone. I'll drive up to Canada because if I go up to Canada, I'm going to go hang out with Maddie. So it's not like I'll be in Canada alone. I don't mind driving somewhere if I'm going to meet up with somebody else to hang out with. But
I'm actually having some ideas. I probably shouldn't say them all on the live stream. We should probably save some surprises. But maybe when we're done, I'll tell you some ideas I'm having.
Okay.
And if we coordinate correctly, and it's a weekend where Jackie is with her biological dad, then Christine only has one child, and it becomes less of a hassle. We can maybe make some of these work. I
wanna go do some stuff. And even that our trips don't all have to be like movie related.
Right.
If we're going somewhere. Yes, I'm going to want to go hit up a flea market or a Goodwill or something in that area to be like, oh, it's a new store I haven't been to. Maybe get a video or two in. But I'm also down for if you want to go to something has nothing to do with movie related that I'm not going to shoot a video for, like a roadside attraction. I would be cool seeing that too. As long as I get some videos in there, as long as I get some work done, I'm cool. But I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's it. We're done.
Brandon said, "Don't go to the Annabelle Museum." I'm kind of curious as to why not.
Why?
So,
Why not? Oh yeah, how many thumbs up do we have? We only have 39 thumbs up. No, we need 50. Can you guys do? We'll go as soon as we get 50 thumbs ups. Come on, people, let's do it.
Please see if they want us to keep going. They won't give us a thumbs up then because they'll want to be.
Let's
like,
go. We got
stay
40.
on."
No, okay. I lied. We're gonna stop anyway, whether we get 50 or not. So, but can we get 50?
We'd like 50.
We like 50. Missouri, they shot the remake of The Blob. Oh, nice.
I'd love to go.
Great remake.
I'd actually like to go to Missouri. In fact, I'm interviewing a podcast guest this weekend who's based out of St. Louis, but he's going to be in Philly. I don't know if any of you... All right, Skull Trooper, are you in St. Louis? Are you familiar with a comedian named Jeremy Essig? Anyway, follow Weird Al's tour. Friend's cat died 1 year ago after visiting. Another friend died 2 years after his visit.
Oh, should we not go?
I don't know. My friend.
Now you got me freaked
my
out.
Friend
We're at
Jenny
50,
was
by the
there. Oh wow, that was fast.
What's that, yeah?
Yeah, my friend Jenny said she was like feeling like really uneasy when she was in there. So
That's.
I already answered Stephen F. favorite Don Johnson movie, Boy and His Dog, a little sci-fi movie. Have you ever seen Boy and His Dog?
Mm-mm.
It's a weird movie, but I like it. It's a guy and his talking dog in the apocalypse. It's a very young Don Johnson. Favorite Huey Lewis song? Don't take money, don't take fame, don't need no credit card to ride this train.
Yeah.
That's it. That's my favorite.
Anyway, we done?
I'm done.
We're done. So, anyway, guys, that is it.
Keep wearing those pajamas.
Keep wearing those. I'm gonna do. Keep wearing those jeans.
Keep wearing those jeans.
Keep wearing those Cinema Six t-shirts. Keep wearing the same outfit every day.
If you're, I've been playing Heart and Soul and Heart and Soul by I was thinking of the Monkees.
Yeah.
If you're not subscribed to me, please go over to my channel, give me a sub. I'm trying to hit 1,000 by March 21st.
How many up to now?
I'm almost at 500. So
Yeah,
I got to get 500 people by March 21st. I quite frankly don't think I can do it, but I'd like to do it.
Mega Podtastic on YouTube. Everybody go right now and subscribe to Mega Podtastic.
YouTube.com/megapodtastic. Come on
Do
over.
it or die.
We talk movies. I do a lot of movie reviews. It's sort of it's another movie channel like his, but whereas I say you
But it's
the
not as
collection.
good.
Well, he doesn't. you do collections. You do pickups, collections.
Yeah.
I do more of the let's talk movies. Let's talk what's out now, what's coming out. So it's.
Can we go back out to see the grave of
Edward
Van Sloan?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I want to go back out there again. I want to shoot another video out there.
I just looked recently. I've got a lot of views on that particular video, more than most of my videos. I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back out there again because like now that I'm doing my videos differently, I wanna like a reshoot a video out there.
Yeah, sure.
We should do that.
Pastor Muppets just subscribed to me.
There you
Thank
go,
you,
guys.
Pastor Muppets.
Oh, you get to see who subscribes to you?
Yeah.
Come on, guys. He can see who's subscribing. Subscribe, people. Let's go. Oh, there's two.
Xbox
Two?
Boba has subscribed to me. Thank you,
Can we get 3 more? Can we get 5? Come on. Subscribe to make up 3 more subscribers to make up Podtastic.
And 5 other people just unsubscribed. I don't know.
Are we doing it?
That's it. That's all I got.
Oh, all right.
That's
Well,
it.
come on, people. Subscribe to make up Podtastic.
See, the rest of them have already subscribed, so that's.
That's true. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of people watching are already subscribed. That's a good point. Oh, there's 3.
Chris Pike 920. Is that?
2 more.
I haven't seen that name in the chat room. Chris Pike 920. I don't see you chatting. Is that a Star Trek reference?
Oh.
Is that yeah, Star Trek. Christopher Pike. Discovery came back this week. Awesome.
Great horror books.
And as you and I learned at Blobfest, I didn't know this. Apparently, the horror author took the pen name Christopher Pike because he was a Star Trek fan.
Yeah. Oh, there's another one.
Oh, Newt Jordan.
See, we're giving you guys
It's
shout outs.
interesting. It's interesting because I'm getting a lot of names that I'm not seeing in the Jacob Hodgson. Thank you.
Is that 5?
Thank you. I think that was 5.
All right, guys, we're done. We're gonna stop.
Yeah. Chris Pike is actually
nice.
named after the captain.
Nice.
Awesome. Did you watch Discovery? Anson Mount's a good Christopher Pike, I think.
All right, guys. So that's it. We're done. So yeah. For those of you who watched my my 10,000 subscriber giveaway video, next Monday I'll be doing the giveaways. So next Monday's live stream, you guys will definitely want to be here for that because I'll be giving away the what house. The house with a clock on its walls, I think it's called. The 4K, I'll be giving that away. I'll be doing the, I don't know what you want to say it. I'll be giving it away. I'm so tired. I can't even talk anymore. What?
C. Kruger says I should do a live stream on my channel. I do. Most
Yeah,
Mondays.
yeah. Most Mondays.
right
but
after he's done.
He's here, so that's going to be kind of difficult.
yeah.
Yes. But yeah, so I'll be doing the giveaway next Monday's live stream.
Apparently I hit 500. Thank you, guys. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Awesome. Way to go, dude.
500 more to go by my birthday. That's the goal. I want 1,000 by my birthday. So
well, we should just shoot a lot more videos together. Maybe get some more subs. Right?
What's Joe's YouTube? It's youtube.com/megapodtastic.
Yep. Go check it out, man.
Oh, and Martinez Joe says give him a sub too, and I agree. So,
Oh yeah, he does cool videos too. Yeah.
he does. He's a good channel.
Yep, check out Martinez Joe. So okay, we done?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. So again, for like the 479 millionth time, is my thing still recording? I hope it is. We are done. So all right, guys, that's it. Good night. I will see you tomorrow, and I'll see you next Monday. And bye. Man, it's actually still kind of early. I don't really feel like ending this. You want to you want to watch a movie?
Yeah, sure. I don't have to go home yet.
I got this. I got this. I know what movie we should watch.
What's that?
I know how much you love it. The Killer Tomatoes Eat France. You want to watch it?
Killer Tomatoes Eat France.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I love this movie.
So good.
I was just talking about it on my live stream last week. Yeah, let's watch this.
Yeah, I'll put it in. Yeah.
No, I'll put it in.
No,
No, it's your house. Sit down.
No,
Take a look.
I got it. Seriously.
No, I don't mind. I'll put it on
I got
for you.
no, don't.
Hey, that's Titanic. You tried to trick me.